Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. Know each and every time I drop a video, tell me what's on your mind. So what's popping with y'all? What's going on, Peep Squad? What's going on? So let's get into it. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Season 12, episode 20. I was like, oh shit, what is really going on with Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker? Are they really having problems? Is this really serious? I hope it's not for a storyline, because if it is, you know, it can really turn into problems. But it seems like Todd Tucker and Kandi Burruss are going to be able to kind of like work things out, because they do have cool minds, they do have a cool head, and they both listen to one another. But hopefully Todd does not feel like he has been betrayed, or he may feel a certain way that he had to put his life and his career on hold to get money, to do this, to do that, so people wouldn't judge him and call him a gold digger. So I'm like, what is really going on with that situation? Like, for real, for real. Hey, what's going on, Patton? How you doing? Misha, I'm like, yo, this is really crazy. What is really going on with this situation? So I'm just really hoping that, you know, Todd and Kandi can work things out too as well, because he seemed like he is pissed off, and basically, you know, he has put Kandi first, but she is the lady with the money. She is the boss to be in charge. Hey, Levon, how you doing? What's going on with you? Like, she's the boss to be in charge. So, you know, she had to pay the bills. You know, he had to earn his keep. He couldn't be a kept husband. He had to earn some money, because he felt like he needed to. He had to figure it out. He had to change what he wanted to do, like do films, produce shows, you know, casting, you know, using the camera and the whole 9 yards. Hey, PE, what's going on? What's going on, Pamela? What's good with y'all? We made it. It's the 4th and the 6th, 2020. We still here, baby. We still kick it. For real, for real. So I'm like, I don't know what's really going on with that situation. I'm like, shit. Like, you know, Kandi, you need to take a break. You know, your daughter done already told you that you don't got time for her. You ain't got time for your kid. And he is a glorified babysitter. Lord have mercy. If you didn't just say a mouthful, you spoke the truth, baby. Hey, princess, how you doing? What's going on? He is a glorified babysitter. Lord have mercy. He's a glorified babysitter, and also he's a glorified construction, or because he had to put them restaurants together and everything else like that. So he's been working on businesses for, you know, Kandi too as well. He was like, I don't want to do no damn trucking company. I was like, I don't blame you, baby. So he's basically trying to be the man with the money, because he don't want to be judged. So I don't know if he's gonna hold that against Kandi, because Kandi can't control her mother, but you know, she could have stepped in a little bit more. Happy Monday Eve. Yes, it's Monday here, baby. It's 12:23 here. Thank you, PE. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. For real, for real. So, you know, we have that situation. So I was like, And then it has been confirmed, you know, everyone's been saying that, you know, Kenya Moore has met Mark Daly's parents at her baby shower, but she clearly said on this show that she has not met his parents, that she is far away from his parents. She don't talk to his parents, nothing like that. He can kept his parents from her. So I know, you know, Kenya Moore is saying that Mark Daly don't got as much money as she got, but how does she know if she haven't met his family? She probably don't know none of his accounts, how much money he really do have, because it seemed like he was hiding a whole lot. And why isn't Kenya Moore good enough to meet his parents? Is he embarrassed of his parents, or he doesn't think that she's good enough, or they don't like her? Because I don't know, you know, because they're like different nationalities, because he's Trinidad, she's Black American. I don't know what's the deal is. Why would he keep his parents away from Kenya Moore? Are they gonna tell her something? Do they know? Would they be open and be very candid with, you know, Kenya Moore? I don't know. Like, why can't she meet his parents? So did the parents meet baby Brooklyn? Did the grandparents meet baby Brooklyn? That's some shit if they ain't met baby Brooklyn. Like, what's going on? Emasculating a man is the best way to lose him. You know that is, you said a mouthful right there too as well. Misha, yes, because he had a job before the relationship. Yes, he did, but it wasn't good enough because he wasn't making that much money. Princess, New Jersey's in the house. Is New Jersey in the house? New Jersey's in the house. Hertel is not married. Shamia, Levon. Hey there, Kenya needs to dump his soft-spoken ass and come to New Zealand and find a strong Polynesian man. I challenge you to find a marriage. Sir, every Wendy Williams tried to find that. I ain't trying to find a damn thing. Wendy Williams tried to find it or whatever. It is what it is. I ain't gonna look. If that's the case, it's never, it's gonna come out because it came out between Stevie J and Jocelyn once they had their situation. He exposed the situation, and then it happened on Love and Hip Hop, New York with Yandy and Mendices too as well. So if it's a lie, it's gonna come up. Oops, it doesn't exist. You are a mess, Misha. So it is what it is with that situation. So I'm just like, damn. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I was like, shit, she ain't met his parents. Like, you don't know, like, how his prom was, his first girlfriend, what he liked to eat, how he liked certain things cooked. If he don't tell you, does he do his own laundry? Was he a kid that stayed in the house? Was he focused on books? Was he focused on food? Was he a part of the popular kids? Was he not? How long did it take him to wet the bed? What is his medical history? What is their medical history? Like, have they even shared this information? Because how you gonna keep your wife from your mama and your daddy? Like, something got to be really wrong. Even if you're embarrassed of them, or you feel like they may embarrass you, but your wife is supposed to meet your family. He had a good job. He was on TV one, yeah, he did, but it wasn't making enough, as he's doing now with his construction projects and different things like that. So let's just get into it. So Nene Leakes is feeling a certain type of way. She done got home from Greece, baby, and she done sat down with her husband. Greg has been 6 months free of cancer, and basically she is telling Greg she's telling him the lowdown shit. Nene Leakes is telling him what is going on, what was happening, and Blase the third. And basically, she was letting him know that her and Portia, they moving on, they're doing good. But her and Kenya didn't get it, together. And so basically, Nene Leakes goes in talking about Kenya more, and basically that she was throwing popcorn at her, and she doesn't understand why Kenya Moore is, so she's not even mad at Kenya Moore, but it's not like, she really has a problem with her. Basically, Nene Leakes is saying that, I'm being petty with her because she's petty with me, and she keeps picking at me, keep picking on me. So you know what? I don't even have a reason not to really like her. It's not like a big deal. So she was like, so she picks at me, so I pick at her. I was like, And she said, Greg, baby, I had a little bit too much to drink. And then, we all seen what Nene did. She didn't tell Greg she tried to spit. She was like, I just threw some popcorn on the situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. And she was like, and Kenya Moore had the nerve to say to me that my husband and my kids are off limits. Regardless, if Kenya Moore talked about anybody else's family, you know what I mean? She's still gonna say, just like if me or you talked about anybody's family or whatever around people, shit that happened in the past, but to the present day, we gonna tell you we don't want you talking about our family. We gonna say that. So Kenya Moore said what she's supposed to say. What else is she supposed to say? Oh yeah, my family's open for you to just have a discussion. No, but it is what it is. And so Nene Leakes was like, Greg, Kenya Moore has done talked about people, and Bravo done brought up the clips when Kenya Moore was talking about Portia Williams being a beard, and basically she married him for this and that, and they ain't no love. She's the hired help. She's the hired this. Kenya Moore was going in on Portia Williams and her marriage to Cordell Stewart, baby. I guess Bravo was like, we gotta throw Nene Leakes some crumbs because she's been getting it all season. Then they talked about the part when she talked about Kim, and her daughter out here holding her daughter for, tickets to see whatever his name is, John Legend. Like, I was like, oh, who wants to go see John Legend? Like, shit. Let me stop. She mean what you said, girl, a whole baby and don't know the man's parent. It looks like she picked him from a site. Oh, Lord have mercy. I see why P.E. and he had a good, and my question is, has Ken and Mark ever slept together? Just saying. Oh, Lord, I don't know. He said he has. He said that, he's tough, he's rough in bed, and Kenya Moore's always begging for him to stop. And then he, because remember when they was at the bowling alley, they were talking about their sex life, and they was imitating it. And he was like a geek and like a nerd. Thank you, PE. You appreciate that. So now we get to the situation where Nene's basically saying Kenya Moore done talked about Kim's daughter and Blase in the third. She done talked about Portia. These ladies do talk about each other. So Nene, they talk about each other all the time. That's their job, is to talk about each other and keep up in each other's business. And so we have the situation where Nene tells Greg that, I stood up and I threw popcorn at her, basically see if she can catch it. And Greg was like, gobble, gobble. I was like, no, Greg did not say gobble, gobble. Greg is a mess. But Greg is supporting his wife like he's supposed to. Mark Daly ain't supporting his wife whatsoever. I was like, So you already know the rumor mill is going to be out here in these streets where people going to be saying Kenya Moore done paid for Mark Daly again because she said she got more money than him. So, that shit going to hit the fan again. So Greg is basically, he is supporting Nene Leakes. It's just going to be what it's going to be. Nene was talking about, Kenya Moore being shady, basically saying delete Nene and watch what happens live. Lord have mercy. So basically Nene's saying that, she's picking at me and like we don't even really got a beef. And basically Nene's telling her husband that, she's mad at me because I said she's a buffalo. And I just said I tried to say hi to her. She ignored me. I said, girl, you having a buffalo. And so basically Nene has been explaining that comment that she didn't mean to say that her baby's a buffalo or this and that. She means to say that she's big as a buffalo, Blase in the third. And, some of the ladies like Portia, Tanya, and Candy Burris and Cynthia Bailey doesn't really think it's a big deal at all. So it is what it is. Thank you, Levon. I appreciate that. And so we get to Candy. Candy is shooting the TV show The Shy. And basically she got a sex scene coming up. She's flying. She's bi-coastal. She's everywhere. She's on the boat. She's on the train. She's riding birds. She's everywhere. She's doing everything but being home. She got 1,000 other better things to do than be home with Todd and the kids. She got shit to do. I was like, Lord have mercy. Candy Burris is acting like there ain't gonna be another check out there. But I think Candy's actually really trying to work very hard. Because, when you get to a certain age, sometimes people don't want to pick you for acting roles, pick you for certain different things, even though that you are a legend and you put work out here in these streets. Sometimes they want to go for a younger face, you know what I mean? So there's probably that too as well. But you know what? Candy Burris is home right now. We all home with the corona out here. So Todd is getting all the time in the world with Candy Burris right now because they in the house. She can't work. He can't work. They in the house. They may be on the phone, but they are still in the same household as we probably speak now. Shamia, okay, that means they're having sex and she want to. Yep. PE, man, Nene wigs have improved since her last episode. Line, you're so messed up. So Candy's basically telling Todd that she's gonna have a sex scene and she's gonna be MIA for a little bit and this and that, and she's busy, and on top of that she wants to do some counseling or whatever, and she's coming up with counseling. If everything was good, you wouldn't think they'd be coming up for counseling. So there's gonna be some counseling going on with the situation because Candy's kind of frustrated with Todd. What is she frustrated with him about? He's always home, he's working, he made sure the old lady gang is coming up too as well. Hopefully maybe Todd Tucker is working with production and filming when it comes to the old lady gang getting a spinoff for Bravo, but I don't know if they're gonna hire him. He used to work for them, but it is what it is with that situation. So she's talking about counseling. So maybe she feels like it's wrong because maybe there is something wrong because damn Candy, you don't want to be around your man. You don't want to be around the penis. You don't want no hugs. You don't want no kisses. You don't want to lay with your baby. You don't want to lay with your husband. Like, what's going on? Like, you are super, super duper busy. I can understand, some of these dinner parties and shit like that. You can take off the list, but doing The Shy, that's a big deal. And then Todd Tucker is promoting. I mean, he's giving you and he's encouraging you and he's telling you to do it, and then you got another baby coming, so you got to be back, this and that. I was like, girl, you're doing way too much. You better stop it before God stop you. You better chill out, baby. Hey, Sunny Storm, how you doing? What's going on with you? I thought Todd was a tall man until I seen Nene and Kenya talking to him, looking down on his short ass. Yeah, he's short, PE. Shamia, how she happened to have more money than him. I saw a picture of her house, I didn't think she is in the same one. Oh no, she probably moved. She always had money, but she never flourished her money until like recently buying this big house. And this house wasn't even that much money. She had to do a lot of fixing up and stuff like that. And she got a really good deal on the house. She likes to save her money too as well. She's like an aunt. She goes out, she works all the time. Hey, Sunny Storm. So I don't know why she don't want to be home. I don't know why she don't want to be home at all. You would think just because, Ace is as small as he is, and then on top of that, but maybe she feels more free that she can leave and travel more and be at ease because Todd is there. Because, when Riley was small, she didn't have a father Riley's father wasn't around. So she was single doing everything and hustling and everything else. But now it should be much, I think she feels it's much easier, much calmer, more cooler for her to do what she needs to do. But I was like, damn, it seems like you don't want to be around, girl. Like anything but home. And then we got Cynthia Bailey. She done come up to Nene Leakes, boutique, and they dressed alike. They in them leopards. I was like, the leopards look cute on them or whatever the case may be, but shit, it's a little bit too much for the daytime, baby, walking around. And so, Cynthia Bailey does her impersonation of Nene Leakes. I don't know if she would have did the same impersonation if she was over there in Greece and in front of Kenya and Candy, but she did a nice impersonation that, Nene Leakes loved it. Nene Leakes was like, yeah, girl, head be, Nene Leakes was acting like she was getting wet between the sheets, baby, when, Cynthia Bailey was like, HBIC, I run this is me, I'm the number one and all. I was like, okay. And she was like, what twirl? Who you talking about, twirl? I was like, okay, Miss Cynthia Bailey, you doing the most. I guess you really want that friendship. Because, Cynthia Bailey was like, I didn't want to, get her upset or get her mad or anything like that. So she does her little impersonation. Nene Leakes is loving it. She done lift her legs up and everything. I was like, what's going on? I guess she's liking everything. HBIC, I'm number one. I'm the queen. She loved all of that. Then Portia done did a little drive-by come through. She was like, both of you got the same matching hair, the same outfits. Like, it was good to see us chilling or whatever. And so Portia was like, it reminds me of the last leopard party that I wasn't invited to. I was like, Portia threw that shot in, baby. Hey, Washington, Miss Nene let Miss Kenya have it on the reunion this year. I love me some Miss Nene. It's gonna be crazy because the reunion is going to be filmed online, so I guess they're going to be at their houses. So Portia Williams is inviting, Cynthia Bailey and Nene Leakes to her event and everything else like that. We have Cynthia Bailey. She finally gets a chance to see, Eva Marcel. And Cynthia Bailey looked at Eva Marcel's mother, was like, could you please tell your daughter to take a rest? Like, she's been pregnant consistently. Could she just take a year off from having a baby? I was like, ooh, Cynthia Bailey was throwing that shade like, damn, she's always pregnant. But, Eva Marcel does have a beautiful baby too as well. Eva Marcel, she don't really got nothing going on the show, but she got a whole lot of shit going on outside of the show because she's got challenges of who's prettier, with just a clean wash face coming for Nene. Nene left the door open for her to come through. Nene said she was boring. She wasn't lying. And so, Eva Marcel done jumped on the internet basically and just really started dissing Nene Leakes. And so they talk about Kenya Bailey's separation and all that other good stuff. And, so Cynthia Bailey just basically is filming, letting Eva Marcel know what's going on, what's the situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. They are doing the most. They are doing the most. I was like, shit. I was like, Eva, you should have been there. Eva, where were you? Eva's always missing. She's always MIA. She's always doing something else, like, So, and then Eva was like, girl, Cynthia was like, Nene accused me of not treating my friends the same. And Eva Marcel was like, girl, you can treat your friends differently. You can treat your friends the way you want to treat them. Like, come on, like, she don't got a right to tell you what to do. I was like, I feel you on that, Eva. She could treat her friends the way that she wants to treat them. Whether she wants to be more lenient towards Kenya more because of her whole situation going on. So it is what it is. So Eva Marcel was like, Girl, I remember her B movies. He taught so Pat and Misha. And that was when I was in the 7th grade for B movies, and you don't make good movies. She's pretty and she does hold a title. Yes, she does. PE. I wish there was episodes that Nene and Kenya team up like they did back on Duck Lips. Lord have mercy, Duck Lips. Oh my God, her lips was the worst when they went to the reunion. The last time that she was there. So we have that situation. So basically, Cynthia Bailey is just filming and, letting Eva Marcel know filling her in and letting her know what was going on with the situation, and talking about, Kenya Moore's separation from Mark Daly basically was a whole tragic situation. And this is Eva Marcel's house. Hopefully, this is the back door. It looks like it's the back porch. And hopefully, she don't gotta walk up. I don't know how she gonna walk up all them stairs with them babies. Like, Lord have mercy. This shit is high. I mean, stepping high. And so we get to Kenya Moore. Her situation is really like, so Kenya Moore is going in with the situation, and basically she needs to get everything put into a trust for her daughter so Mark Daly cannot get any of her money, because she doesn't have a prenup. So it is a bad situation. It's not a cool situation. It's not a good situation. It is what it is. And so basically she went to go see the attorney. She was like, I wanted to get counseling. I wanted to see if things was going to work. So I don't know. But basically I just want to make sure that my daughter Brooklyn has everything that she needs to have, just in case something does happen to me. And, Mark Daly claims everything. And basically her power attorney is her auntie, Lisa. And then on top of that is also going to be in charge of the trust. So she will be in charge of giving baby Brooklyn her money and taking care of that situation. And I really think that that's smart. That's a very good idea, because when you die, people don't sometimes, when you think people are supposed to do what they're supposed to do, when you die, split up the money, share the money like you would want them to. You can express to them, whoever you leave in charge of everything, they might not do that. So but basically she trusts her aunt to take care of her daughter. She don't trust the father. She's not trusting Mark Daly. Why would she trust him anyway? And why would she let him distribute the money that if she does, God forbid, for baby Brooklyn, because she don't even know his whole parents. She don't know shit about him. She don't know nothing about this man. It's a damn shame. She don't know anything about this man. So why would she leave him in charge of the money? So it's really a bad situation. She's like, I just want this shit to just go away. I just want it to be good. I just want to be basically back to normal. And not really back to normal, but she just wants the drama to go away. She doesn't want to have to fight or anything. She was like, I don't want none of his money, because I think I have more money than him anyway. I was like, ooh. So she was like, I got more money than him anyway. I got more property. I got more stuff. I got more things. I got more everything than him. So it's not like I'm trying to take him for his money. So basically, she's calling him. She said he broke. He's mentally unstable. He's not trustworthy at all. And, he's really beneath me. And I married this mother sucker. I was like, Lord have mercy. I thought Eva was already up in the house already talking about going for a closing. I know. Shamia, I am 36. PE, I'm leaving all my money to my grandchildren. Amen to that. White, what's going on? How you doing? While too many of our black women are not united, what a shame. It is what it is. But the ones that are united, everybody don't have to be united, because you're not going to get along with everybody, but at least try in your circle to have you to be united too as well. Because everybody ain't going to follow the same plan. So we got Kenya Moore. So Kenya Moore basically was like, listen, I don't want anything from him. Like, I just want the divorce. I just want this shit to be done and over with. I just want to make sure my daughter is taken care of and she don't have to fend for herself and she don't have to depend on her father for anything, because mama got the money, mama got the sugar, mama got the power. So therefore, her daughter will be all right. And so basically she got to get these documents signed fast and in a hurry to make sure that everything is in a trust, and so it's in baby Brooklyn's name. So that does not go to Mark, and Mark cannot get that. She said she don't want his money. Hey Adams, what's going on with you? How you doing? What's good with you? I did not hear Nene tell Greg she's trying. No, I said that earlier. She didn't say it. I said it earlier. She tried to spit on Kenya. Poor Greg. Feel so sorry for him. Her spiritual advisor advising her straight to hell. Lord Adams. No, I said that earlier. I said she didn't tell that. And so we got Candy Burris. Basically, Ace is missing her. He's crying, but he could be just missing her because she's been gone for 1 day or 2 or whatever the case may be. So, the guilt is on Candy. Her daughter done already warned her that, you barely got time for the kids that's in your house. You got another baby coming through. But like I said, it's Corona out here, so therefore she is home now. We have Portia with her event, and Portia dress looked nice. It was a nice, lovely event. Portia looked nice. She had it going on. She was doing the damn thing what she's supposed to do. And then we have the 2 black ladies that are running March of Dimes, and so it was good to see like these women of power gathering together and basically putting the story out there, because there's a lot of women that do have trouble and do have problems with having babies, especially now, and in the past too as well. And so Portia's basically being the spokesperson and everything else like that. But in between time, Nene got some tea. She got some gossip, and the gossip is that the blogs out here saying that Mark Daly had multiple affairs on Kenya Moore. Like, oh jeez. And so Portia was like right away, I don't believe it. You do, these blogs don't know nothing about your life. Damn well Portia had to say that shit ain't true. Because if that's the case, if she's acting like, okay, oh my God, it is true, then there would be a problem, because then everything that's on the blogs about Dennis McKinley will be true. Because she can't say the shit about Kenya Moore is false. I mean, it's true, and then the shit about her is false. So basically she's saying false on me and false on Kenya Moore. I don't believe the shit. And basically, Nene's taking little jabs, and so is Tanya taking little jabs at, taking jabs at Kenya Moore, basically because, she's worried about my relationship. Kenya Moore is worried about what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with. And basically, Tanya Sam was like, Kenya Moore needs to go get the cookie lady so she can find out where she originated that story from. So basically, Tanya Sam is like, you was coming for me, basically trying to put my boyfriend or whoever he is to you, my life partner, my life soulmate, on blast by some woman that you didn't know, but your man is out here running the streets doing this, doing that, and the blogs got him out here. You got some false story for some false lady that basically wanted some attention. So that's what Tanya Sam is saying. But it also, Kenya Moore could have been coming to tell Tanya, like, you came for me with the hair weave, with me wearing, a hairpiece, but the problem is I'm getting cheated on. I just wanted to let you know you might be getting cheated on too. So even though it's coming from a shady place, it could possibly help you. So you have that situation. So, but, Nene Lisa was like, oh, somebody needs to go get the candy lady and bring her front and center. And so basically Nene was like, I heard the gossip, and it's gossip. And so Tanya and Nene are enjoying the gossip. Portia smiling a little bit, but Portia done already been down the ringer when it comes to Dennis McKinley. So basically she's not going to indulge or enjoy in anybody. Portia was like, I thought things were working out, because you see Kenya Moore has on her ring. Kenya Moore, she had the breasts out like boom bada bing. So did, on Miss Candy Barry, she had the breasts out like boom boom boom. I was like, who are they in there? I was like, ooh, they got the breasts hanging. Candy breast was popping out so much, Kenya Moore had to fix them. I was like, what is going on with that situation, for real? And so basically, Candy's talking about her sex scene, her doing what her doing. I'm telling you, Candy and, Kenya Moore came there dressing sexy than a mother sucker. They was like, ooh, we showing these breastises. We showing this, baby. We gonna look good. And all the ladies look nice too as well. They all look nice. And so Kenya Moore, not Kenya Moore, but Candy Burris is basically talking about her situation, with Todd and her sex scene, it being all crazy, flipping over, upside down, inside out, the whole 9 yards. And Todd might be a little jealous because of the situation. I was like, He wants your ass home. And then Portia lets us know she had a miscarriage 6 years ago and she was at home by herself. Sorry to hear that. And then Tanya Sam learns that, since she found her soulmate late in life, she's not able to, her eggs, she don't have as many eggs as she would like. So she probably will have to go to IVF. And then we learned that Marlo had 2 pregnancies and basically, she lost 2 children because the baby were forming on the outside of her uterus. So therefore, the doctors had to do what they had to do, or, she miscarried because of how the babies perform. And she said, she had, developed outside of the uterus. So that was a situation. So therefore, Marlo also said that some things that happened in her past, I don't know if she's talking about her medical history as far as having any developments, any sicknesses or anything else like that, maybe anything cancerous or tumors or, something going on, lymph nodes, I don't know, or abortions, I don't know. So something in the past, or she could have been, molested, she could have been raped. We don't know. She didn't open up yet about that situation of why she blames her past for it too. So she says she loves children because she got 16 nieces and nephews, you know what I mean? So she wanted to have a baby. And so it was sad to hear that from Marlo, because I don't know if she's trying, I don't know if she's going to adopt, but she says she thinks the reason why she has her nephews is because of, the situation that she's going through. But Portia and, Marlo has really done a lot of good things, I mean, they have been changing, they have been doing good. Wait, I agree. Adam, I did not hear Nene's. Okay, I read that one. Pamela, wasn't too much going on the show tonight. Why Nene and Portia party? She pulled up Mark's affair. I know. She did. No, she came there with the situation. She came there with the information. Any other ladies would have did it to each other. They would have did it. Like, when Portia, shit hit the blogs, it was Cynthia and it was Eva and it was Candy Burris, and they brought up the blog situation. Like, if your shit hit the blogs and they filming, the ladies are going to talk about your situation. Just going to be what it's going to be. It's shady as shit, but it is what it is. That's what they do on all these reality TV shows. Your shit hit the internet while they filming, we going to talk about it. If you don't worry about these ladies when they go to formal events, because once they open their mouth, it's a whole different story because the hood comes out. Oh my goodness. Somebody was, basically making a blog about, not really a blog, but, a written blog about basically they feel like the sophisticated ladies and the most intelligent ladies are together in a crew, and then the hood rat and the ones that are unsophisticated are together in a group. I was like, You guys can guess who's the sophisticated ladies and who they said, and you can guess who they said there are unsophisticated ladies. Adams. Misha, no honey, God showed Nene how to not just get the bag but secure the bag. Oh yes, she did. Nene is securing all the bags. She's getting it. And things have came full circle with Nene Leakes this season so far. So PE, this is that the only t-shirt Nene wears lot. Ain't she got a boutique? You are. I am T, so I know you are. Miller, hey Mary Jane, hey, what's up Miller, how you doing? I am Team Leaks. Adams, love breastises. I only say breastises because I heard it so many times while reviewing TV shows. The guys would be like, breastises. So, so Shami is basically comforting Marlo, and then Marlo basically speaks on like, not having a child and basically taking care of her nephews and everything like that. So Marlo is making herself more personable, more relatable, and basically, telling the stories about having 16 nieces and nephews, and then having her tragedy, because she doesn't really open up, and she's opening up a lot this season. And then the shade hits the fan when Mrs. 12 She swings that fan, baby. And you can say she was being shady. We know she was being shady too as well. But what other moment would, Kenya Moore have to say about, being there for Shamia when, her water broke, because they don't really be talking about pregnancy like that. They was in Greece and, that was partying, chilling, partying bullshit, and argue. So they're at a table where you're supposed to talk about your pregnancies and your difficulty with getting pregnant. So it done came and hit the fan, baby. And so... And Portia, I was like, damn, Portia, you stay in the dark, baby. You got to stop staying in the dark, because you always in the dark. But, and it's so wonderful that, you see Kenya Moore really trying to protect Brooklyn and really trying to make sure everything works out with her daughter. That's good. And it'll probably help a lot of other people in that same situation. But Shamia said, you know what? She was like, when my water broke, I called Kenya Moore. She came, she was there for me. We talked. She was so supportive. And I knew, she has been through things like this before. And blase in the third. And, it was so wonderful because, basically Kenya Moore was like, I was there for Shamia. I don't know where Portia was. I don't know where Portia was at. Maybe, you was doing what you was doing, Portia, but I don't know where you was. But, it was really wonderful being there for Shamia, and her water broke and different things like that happened. And she said, I know you two are best friends and besties, and me and her don't have a relationship like that, but it was just so wonderful to support her and get that phone call from Shamia. And Portia was and Shamia was like, yeah, girl, it was so wonderful having you there. Shamia was like, Shamia don't give a freak about what Portia thinks or what Portia says or whatever the case may be. And so she'll tell Portia in a minute how she feels. And then on top of that, you can see Portia Williams looking at her like, I can't believe this shit. And then Tanya was like, oh, I can't stand this shit. Deborah Boring. Happiness Thomas, how you doing? I am Team Twirl. Miller, I'm Nene Leaks. Pamela, why did Kenya speak out telling her story of her pregnancy? I think it's because it's been told so many times. And maybe she did tell it and they cut it out. But she has told the story and people know the story too as well. But the other stories none of us knew about. And then even Nene Leaks let us know that she had a miscarriage. But she didn't tell her story at the table. Probably because Kenya Moore was like, I got better things to do. I need to bounce. But Kenya Moore did say, in her confessional that she almost died with her pregnancy. It was very difficult. And every woman is not blessed to have a child. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you're going to be able to have a child. So Kenya has a good heart. So, Portia's looking at her. I know she did not shade me at my own event. She read me. She got me. She got one up on me. Then Portia's feeling, and Tanya, they're looking like, what? Like, this is all new news to them. They're like, what? So it's just like, oh, Shamia done jumped when Candy and Portia was going through that thing. Shamia done jumped right over there with Candy, and then she knows that Portia and Kenya wasn't really getting along like that. They was just being cordial to each other, or they wasn't speaking at all. And Shamia done called, she trusts Kenya more than she trusts Portia. I was like, shit. Portia Williams is just like, I can't believe this shit. I didn't even know that they were friends like that. I didn't even know they had conversations. Kenya knows when to act up to collect her coins. Kenya has a good heart. I think all the ladies has a good heart and in their own way, for the people that they rock with, and for, a lot of them are involved in charities too as well. So anyways, Portia was feeling a certain type of way. Portia was like, I didn't even know they were all that cool, where, Shamia is going to end up calling Kenya Moore, when her water broke. Like, come on, that's something like a bestie supposed to be doing. But I guess she was too busy running the streets with Dennis McKinley, trying to chase his hot door ass down and trying to get that ring on her and trying to get that man, that you forgot all about Shamia. And then on top of that, you didn't want to catch the plane to go to Shamia's wedding. You know what I'm saying? But I think she got on a plane to Shamia's wedding. But remember, Portia was complaining about something. I don't know if she went or not. I can't remember. So they was looking like shit. I was like, And so then we get to, Kenya. I was like, damn, Kenya, like, what's really going on? I like, Kenya Moore, she's not a little girl. She's been around the block. She knows the street. She knows the shit. She knows the ups and downs. You know, she had a father raised her. She had a grandmother. She had her aunts around her. Like, yo, when the dude don't show you their mother and their father, and you can't meet them, and you about to have a baby, you about to get married to this dude, you need to back up and say, yo, what is he hiding? Why is he not opening up to me? Like, why? I don't know if she was just so enthused and so enthralled, and you know, Mark Daly paying her attention and basically wanting a baby too as well, that she was so happy that, you know, he was agreeing to having kids and blasting the third. And you know, because sometimes you don't meet men off front, you know, sometimes you just have your babies, but you know, she didn't have any babies, and he had a baby. And so I was like, damn, girl. She was like, basically, you know, the communication, you know, was really off. Like, she was communicating and hoping that things would work out and things would go the way that they supposed to, blasting the third. And he didn't want to speak. He didn't want to have communication. He didn't want counseling. I was like, why would he want counseling when you haven't even met his mother and his father? You can't even talk to them to find out what ticks him off, how his behavior is, because sometimes, you know, when you meet your man's, you know, family, or your husband's family, or your woman's family, basically, you know, they tell you what ticks them off, what they don't like. You know, you'll pick it up in the conversation as they talk, and they tell you stories about their loved ones. So you'll know, okay, they like to deal with it like this. They like to deal with shit, you know, when sun is down. So I don't even know, like, where she felt all the love from Mark if he cut that part of her life out. And you know, it said that she did meet Mark Daly's son at the bowling alley, but really it's just like she didn't know shit that was going on with him. Hey, what's going on, Tia? What's going on with you? Kenya Moore was throwing shade when it came to that part about Portia Williams. Hey, Jane Doe, what's going on, baby? Oh shit, what's up with y'all? So I'm just like, damn, this girl don't know shit about this man. And like, I guess, you know, at the time, it's like, you know, he's here, he's a heartbeat, he got a penis, he got a job, you know, he looks somewhat, you know, decent, and he wants to move forward, even though I'm a reality TV star, whatever. It was nothing, like, she didn't question these things. She was just so into pleasing him and so into, you know, being everything that he wanted, that she forgot what she wanted and what she needed to know about him. Because sometimes when you get into relationships and you really put a person on a pedestal and you hear their stories and they tell you things about them, you want to be everything that they want you to be and desire to be, and you just want to make them happy, where you forget about your whole self. And it can happen right in the beginning, but when you get to a certain age, it's like there's some shit that you don't already know, you don't already experience. So basically, you don't let shit like that fly. Like, nigga, like I was about to say the N-word, like, motherfucker, I want to meet your mama. Like, I would show up. Like, you know what, we're taking a trip. So has Kenya Moore brought the baby to see his parents? That like says that maybe he thinks little of her, or he's ashamed of her, or what? Like why is, I don't care if your family or members are cussies, crackheads, or, you know, they batshit crazy, they supposed to meet your wife, you know? Like, come on. He looks good and she can have a baby. His nose ring throws me off. He's just not my type. Because I would look at him and think that there's something mentally wrong with him. He has that look in his face. He has that far away look, like, I know that he's going to be disappointed in me, because there's no way that I'm bowing down to anybody. We bow down together. Or if I know that you would bow down for me, I would bow down for you. But he has that look of superiority in a relationship. And then the way that he talks, you know, not that he's a bad person, but he is meant for a certain type of woman. And, you know, he could have been raised that way. So that's why you need to meet his family. So, because you'll see how the mother behaves with him. You'll see how the mother behaves with the father, and how they do things and what's their tradition, and, you know, how she serves the man and everything else like that. So whatever you see from the mother and the father, that's what most likely the husband would expect, you know? He got that far away look. No, he does. Like, I be meeting beautiful guys, but if they got that far, you can just, I don't know. It's just so, I guess, it's just so easy to tell when someone is off psychologically for me. It's very easy. So he looks like he's off, like, like he's off his rockers. Like, Lord have mercy. So, you know, Kenya Moore, she's crying, and she's letting her aunt be, the spokesman, she's her power attorney and everything else like that. I was like, and then Kenya Moore had the nerve to say in the same breath that, she missed her friend, she missed him. Like, how the hell was you friends? Well, you must have just been the friend, because it seems like, he ain't your friend. Every time you do something, every time you say something, every time you move around, like, he always has a complaint. It's nothing positive that he says about you. He doesn't treat you positive. Like, so what friendship, what communication was you guys having? It doesn't seem like that you communicate. You just listen, because you are always in a pleasing type of behavior to please this man, to keep this man. And you too old for that, baby. No disrespect, but too old for to be doing that shit. But if your goal is to have a baby, you need to do what you need to do, especially if you got a warm body that's willing and able to do it right then and there. It's just going to be what it's going to be. I won't be watching the reunion if it's via FaceTime. They're going to have it all on screen. I think they're going to probably have it. Well, you're going to watch it. Don't even go there. You're going to watch it. You gonna watch it. The parents don't like her. Is that the reason why she didn't meet her? I don't know, because they never gave the reason why. What do y'all think of the reunion doing FaceTime? I don't think it's going to work, in my opinion. What I think about it is, I think it would be a good idea. I think if it all goes well and they can cut off people's mics, we can actually get questions answered, and no one can overtalk the other person and yell and scream or try to run off, or try to, where you going to run into your bedroom, where you going to run into the kitchen. So, they can't, like, hopefully they're able to cut off their mics where people will be able to answer questions and ask questions. So, and it won't be no over talking. That would be good. That would be good. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Kenya Moore was basically talking about, like, but I think she misses him checking up on her. She wanted a warm body. She wanted a man. And she said that, she missed that that phone call, someone checking up on you to see how you're doing, because you want a relationship, you want a husband, and he is your husband. And it's like, damn, you all the way in Georgia and shit, and he's in New York, and can't call you and say what's up, even though you by yourself and shit like that. Like, it was like he was already disconnected from the jump. Like, if he didn't let you meet his family, it was already a disconnect where he didn't trust you, where he didn't want you to invade his life, but yeah, he'll put a ring on your finger and then, have a baby with you. Oh, thank you, Jane Doe. I'm like, yo, so she's crying, and basically she's letting her aunt know that, she's going to be the power attorney. And they talked about the way that they were raised with respect, quality, dignity, and caring yourself. Her aunt was basically saying, mama raised us to be respectful, to be nice, to be polite, to be loving, and all this other stuff, to be ladylike, and we have the same values. So Kenya Moore got a person that she got her aunt that she can trust, but they was raised together. So, it's a sad situation. And, Kenya Moore's not the only lady that's going through this. There's a lot of women that put up with so much different shit because they want to have a warm body. They want to say they want to have a man. When a man doesn't introduce you to, his mother or his family, it's because there's another woman. And that woman is closer to the mother and the father. So therefore, they don't want to meet you. And they already got their mind made up that they're not going to accept anybody else, because this person doesn't add up to the person that we known before, and it don't make sense. So therefore, they don't want, because they don't want to be questioned by their parents either about their relationship. So I'm just like, yo, listen, a dude don't want you to meet his mother and the father, just walk away. Because there's so many secrets that he don't even want a peep to get out. He don't want a crumb drop. He don't want a drop of sugar. He don't want a drop of dirt. He don't want nothing. He don't want nothing to get out. Like, damn. And even if your family was going to be rude and disrespectful, a dude would be like, yo, listen, you my wife. I love you, Blase the third, and everything else like that. But, my parents ain't, they ain't about it. They don't like you. They're not feeling you like that. They might be rude and disrespectful, but I want you to meet them. I want them to meet the woman that I'm in love with, the woman I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And he didn't even do that. He's probably in New York with his side man. Lord have mercy. A lot of people say that. I don't know if he is, but I just know he got that look in his eyes where it seems like you could be drinking with him, you sitting on the couch drinking, he'll just get up and just look at you and give you that far away look like you did something wrong. Like he seems like that type of dude or whatever. But or him and Kenya Moore have a lot going on, that even before the show was even aired, that it was already a no-go. And basically he tried to hide his true colors, but it just came out. So we get to thank you, Miller. I really do appreciate that. Much love to you, Miller. Jane Doe, I didn't like first bump on her wedding picture. Shamia, what grandchildren ain't going to know their grandparents? I don't know. I think he had to bring the kids to see the grandparents. He don't want her, Tia. Lord have mercy. No, he don't. And and sometimes, there's something about you that the men like, that a man would like about you, and they want to keep you around, but they just don't want to give you that spot in their heart, that number one spot. And they'll show you by doing shit like that, you can't meet my parents, or you can't come to my house, all little dirty shit. Like, he's too old to be saying, and even if his parents don't like her, he's too old not to be able to stand up and say, like, Mom and Dad, if you don't like her, this is my woman, I want you to meet her regardless, I'm gonna make this happen. Like, so it don't make no sense. So it is what it is. So we got the situation with Kandi Burruss, you know what I mean? And so Todd Tucker's basically is like, baby, you worked way too much. Kandi Burruss is out here running the street. She's doing everything possible not to be home. If she got to ride a horse, if she got to ride a camel, she got to jump in a canoe, if she got to swim, if she got to jump, if she got to crawl, if she got to run, she gonna not be home. She ain't gonna be home. She don't want to be home at all. She don't want to be home at all. Tia, it's good for them to be in different places. We cannot forget about the corona. Yeah, but when this was going on, there was no corona. There was no corona at all. I don't know why. I mean, he's just Pamela. He like R. Kelly hiding in the closet. Lord have mercy. I don't like Mark. I do not like Mark. Will care. Like, he don't care. He don't. Tia, I don't know if he's gay or not, but I don't support that when people accuse somebody of being gay. Jane Doe, well, she didn't want him to come to her home after the charity event because he was cussing her out in the car, and the Uber driver had to put him out the car because it was getting rowdy up in there. That's the story that we are told. We always know that there's two sides to a story, so we haven't heard his side. He hasn't said anything, so only thing we can do is speculate. Tia, he do not have respect for her. She allowed him to do that. I am going to meet my man's parents all day, every day, baby, all day. Jane Doe, Kandi. So Kandi, and this situation with Kandi is just like, she don't want to be home. I'm telling you, she just want to pop. She's like a dude. She wants to have all the babies in the world, but she wants everybody else to take care of them. And she wants to have her money and her cake and eat it too as well. But she should be able to because she's the boss. And so therefore, Todd Tucker, you are, you're hired help. And then you're also a love. And you're also her husband too as well. And she gives you that respect too. But she's paying the bills. Like, these businesses and things that you jumping off and you being a money man is because you with her. Because if you wasn't with her, you'll still be making the money that everyone said that is not good enough. Because you'll still be doing, production, working for Bravo and being behind the camera, but being with her and seeing how much money she makes and see how sophisticated she is and see how she's a businesswoman, it basically led you to a whole different dream. Even though you're trying to blame everybody else and saying, oh, I was judged, and that's true, you was judged, Mama Joyce came for you. They came for you, baby. And called you broke. People called Kandi sugar mama at the reunion, basically saying she's paying for Todd or whatever the case may be. So he didn't want to be known as that man that is eating from Kandi's cookie all the time and licking at Kandi all the time. So basically he was, he was excited, and he had the enthusiastic, basically to say, I want to do something too. He was inspired by Kandi too as well. He was inspired by her money making and her business decision and how she's a boss, that like he had a clear opportunity to become a boss too, and that's why he can sit up on this show right now and say that he's the money man. So it is what it is. But because if that was the case, if you just wanted to, film, direct, and do it, like, you could have focused all on that. You could have stayed to that, stayed determined, didn't worry about what people say, but you let the shit get to you. You worried about what people say, what people thought about you, and you wanted to improve yourself. And so now you're the money man. So now go make your movies, do your thing, baby. But don't try to blame her and her mother, because, you wasn't making that type of money. You was making less than $100,000 a year. And now you got with Kandi, you're up there, you're in the millionaires bracket that you're making now, and much more than that. But Kandi need to be, she should be home too as well, because she needs to satisfy her man too at one point in time, and then also be there with the kids, because when someone is gone for a long time, you feel abandoned, and that's the way he feels. And you already know that Todd lost his mother, and his daughter's MIA, and he doesn't have a really close relationship with his daughter. I don't know who Todd has a close relationship to that is a woman, because he's not cool with Candy's mother or whatever. So he wants his woman at home, and once your man wants you at home, be excited, because shit, you might not be wanted. Look how Mark doesn't want Kenya Moore. He can't stand to be next to her. He can't stand to be in the same bed with her. He complains about it, talking about baby Brooklyn can sleep between us, So it is what it is. So Todd, let me find out what you guys are saying about Todd, because I want to hear this. Hey, Karma Ball, how you doing, baby? What's going on? It's good to see you. Karma Ball's in the building, baby. Tia, P.E. Kandi getting her smack on live. I wonder if Kandi, is somebody breaking Kandi back out there? Is she getting her back broken out there? Does she got a Tyrone somewhere? Does Kandi got a Tyrone? Todd Talking said people call him a gold digger. They do it to women most of the time when a man makes money. Amen to that. Shamia, Misha, we would be talking about him like Mark. I know. Todd is making no money. Lord have mercy, P.E. Miller, I love some Kandi. I like Kandi. I like all the ladies. I don't have a favorite. Jane Doe, I'm sorry. Kandi make it look easy. She's a real 24/7 boss. Play your position. Amen. But now he's a millionaire too. And he's crying like, what Phil? Let me stop. So he's crying or whatever. And I understand that, like, if she wants, if you want your marriage to work, you have to have compromise. And right now she's compromising because we have the corona out here. So I know she's home right now. But, like, how do you just leave your man like that? And then on top of that, the kids, and then you already got Riley was already saying that mama don't be around. Mama's like a rolling stone. Wherever she lays her hat is her home. Kandi's out here making, but she wanted to act because she's going to do what she's going to do. Kandi's not going to let anybody stop her. Nothing. No kids, no husband, no nothing. Ain't nobody gonna stop Kandi from what she needs to do. She's been determined since she was a young girl. She's determined now. And if Todd ever got in the way of what she wanted to do, he probably knows Kandi will walk out on his ass. Even though she'll be embarrassed, even though all this other shit, she'll make it work. She'll make what? A lemon situation lemonade. And she'll put some sugar on top. You know it, baby. That's good, Karma Ball. Misha, Kandi took out a man masculinity. She's real dominant and seductive. Yep. She helped him. They make him more money. Yes, they are. Karma Ball, I think if the opportunity presents itself, I don't think she will back down. Nope. She won't. But she said that he had a movie. She was going to support his movie, but he wasn't trying. He wanted to support her. And of course, he's going to fall back because, he already started off a very comfortable life. Marrying her, his life got more easy and more comfortable and everything else like that. And so now you can kind of see why he might be hard on his daughter, Kayla, because he doesn't want Kayla to have a handout, because he feels like even though Kandi done gave him some money, or they work together, or my money's your money, which that's not true when it comes to Kandi. We have money together and I have my money and you can get some if you ask me. But, it's just like, he doesn't want to seem, you can see that he's worried about what people think about him and what they say about him, where he changed his whole career to get that money. But he probably wouldn't be able to change his whole career and his whole thought process of being the multimillionaire that he is if he wasn't inspired by Kandi. So he pushed himself. So I think now, and then because he didn't want to be talked about, so when you bring Kayla in the situation, it seems like he doesn't want to hand her anything. Like Riley gets handed everything because that is Candy's, biological daughter, but Kandi wants to hand Kayla stuff, but it seems like Todd wants her to work for it and do this and do that, blase and the third, and basically because he doesn't want to be seen like he's a leech, nor does want his daughter to be seen like she's a leech too as well. So now you can understand why Todd don't want to give his daughter the handout. But if he got the money, why can't he give it to his daughter? I don't know, but you can understand the perception of what people think affects Todd, where it affects him so much that he jump started a whole new career. So okay, wait, where am I at? I'm still at S29. All right. Hey, child dress, how you doing? Candy's going to make that money regardless. Yeah, she's going to make it regardless, and she ain't gonna let nobody hold it down. Candy got Candy girl taping it on Candyman tape Carpenter. They open a lot of businesses together, Tia. Yes, they did. Karma Ball. Kandi is doing what Kandi wants to do. Ty ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He is, but he can have resentment once he feels that he's comfortable enough. And then with resentment, and if he's holding all that in, he can let somebody slide into their marriage that Kandi won't approve of. Resentment will make you do some dirty shit to the person that you love. Resentment is a hell of a feeling when you feel like I wasted my time, I wasted my life, I didn't do this for myself because of you took that away from me, blah blah blah. And then if he goes on down that road, throw Mama Joyce in, throw his mother in, throw all that shit in, and throw in all the things that people said, somebody could come in, but not no time soon. This will be later down the line. Miller, they all look beautiful, they do. PE, Kenya and Kandi should let their man go. They doing fine on their own, but you gotta trust. Kenya, she gotta let him go. Kandi, I think her and Todd can work out because they know how to talk. They listen to each other, and they both are very logical people. So their situation will work out unless the other ones just doesn't. They fall out of love. Only way that if they fall out of love and they find somebody else. Combo, Kandi is a super freak, super freaky. Yow. Jane Doe, you have to make that money while you can. Entertainment ain't, yep, that's what I was saying. Entertainment business is very competitive, yes. And then, now she's acting, and they like to give, some acting roles to a lot of young up-and-coming actors. They can pay them less. They like to hire a lot of overseas actors because they're cheaper too as well. And then, sometimes, they like to throw black people away when they get a certain age, when it comes to entertainment business, when it comes to music, R&B, when it comes to rap music, when it comes to everything. Like once a black person get a certain age, they can't do this, they can't do that. But yeah, in every other culture, they can be legends and do everything until like they die, until like they're 90. But it's like they always want to push black people. It's always like something, you too old to do it. No, you are very well capable of doing whatever. You got rock and roll, country music, they can perform forever, make money. But when you're a rapper, no, it's over. R&B singer, we don't want to hear your music, you too old. And then no, that person's old. No, we need to support our artists and our people in entertainment, because they try to throw them out once they get to a certain age, the entertainment business, and then they try to incite us and use and try to put imaging out there that no, you don't want anybody that's old doing black music. But yet you see the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, and everybody else, they still get the red carpet, they're this, they're that. But we don't have that for our own people in the entertainment business. So she's getting it while you can, and you're exactly right about that situation. Shamia, girl, Riley be spilling tea. Oh yeah, Riley. Oh yeah. Decides to produce shows? No, he doesn't. And now he was going to, but hopefully, I'm wondering if he's gonna work on a spinoff. with the old lady gang spinoff. He do not want his daughter taking none of his money. Hey, child dress, exactly. Misha, I couldn't say my mom was a Rolling Stone. I could not say my mom was a Rolling Stone. Come on, yeah. Yeah, I see him doing something like that. PE, Todd needs to go put on Nene's wig. You are so crazy. Come on, exactly. Come on, amen to that. So thank you, sweetheart. Misha, she is petty and got money. Hey Tony, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? Hey Miss A, what's going on with you? What's going on, baby? Hey honey, hey, how are you? Hey Tony, what's good with y'all? Jane Doe, plus college graduate school is expensive and Candy is thrifty with her money. She is very, this is like, we haven't seen her like with a real lavish house until like now, and she got a good deal on that. She don't be blowing money. Jane Doe plus college. Okay, I got that. So where we at? We still on Todd in this situation. So Todd is pleading the fifth. Todd is basically like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Something needs to change. Now Todd is worried about how fast everybody is moving. He wasn't worried about it. What he was driving the trucks. Hey, Miss A. Todd was like, I want you home, baby. You out here in these streets running around. You running around making that money. You in sex scenes and shit like that. You ain't taking. Get that. He's feeling. He even had Ace on the phone crying. I was like, Lord have mercy. What? No, he got 2 babies. He got the 2 babies, but he was like, I had to change myself. Todd is basically, he's stepping up to the plate. He was like, I'm feeling a certain type of way. Basically, it's good to catch this gravy. Oh, thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate that. So, the shit was crazy. It went ham when it came to Todd. I was like, oh, Todd is speaking up. Todd is talking more, huh? Todd done got a backbone. And Candy, like we were saying about the entertainment business, they like to, throw you out quick, fast, in a hurry when you get to a certain age and stuff like that. Hey, Mike Carter, how you doing? What's going on with you? Comment ball, no Candy. I don't blow her money. You see, she leased that truck for Riley. She's not stupid. Misha, baby saying, it's all good. And so you got the Todd situation. So it is what it is with Todd. So Todd is going to be speaking his mind. He feeling a certain type of way. Candy, you know what to do. Throw some racks on him. Throw some money at him. Give him put a film production together. Make a movie or a play so he can film it. Do something. Write him a story. Write him a book. So he's going to be really pissed off next episode. And we got Kenya Moore. She's basically is packing up Mark Daly's clothes. You got Cynthia Bailey. She's ready to cut his collar shirts. She's ready to cut his professional shirts. She's ready to cut his shit up. I remember before when Mark Daly didn't even have no clothes in Kenya's closet. But now he got hella clothes in her closet right now. So with this situation, so this is going to be next episode, Cynthia Bailey's feeling, he don't want to be here. He don't want this. He don't want that. So, and she's ready to cut up his clothes. But one thing is, Kenya Moore said that she didn't want Mark Daly at the house or anything else with her, while the vegetation and stuff like that. But we know that they got past that because he has stayed in Atlanta since this episode, way after this episode. And then we have seen her in New York and they're staying in the same hotel and staying in the same house together too as well. So Cynthia Bailey, Nene Leaks was talking about Cynthia Bailey is ghetto. Cynthia Bailey got a side to her. Well, we see it right here. She's ready to cut up Mark Daly's shit. That ain't even her man and she's ready to cut it up. That's what you call ride or die. She's ready to cut with the scissors. You see Cynthia Bailey, she got her hand on the arm. And she's pulling down and she got the scissors in her hand. She's ready to start cutting. She's like, does he want tank tops? I was like, I'm about to start driving, listening. Oh, thank you so much, Mike Carter. Really appreciate that. He should do the production again. I think so. That would be cool. Karma Ball, do you think they are getting ready to go to therapy? I think they're gonna go to therapy. They are gonna go to therapy in the next episode. I feel sorry for Portia Williams when Kenya Moore said that Shamia called her and I seen a lady said something. I know. Well, I don't feel sorry for Portia for that, but It was a shot. It was a shot that, Kenya Moore couldn't get at Portia any other time, you know what I mean? Because they're not talking about babies, but it's also something that, had to do with the situation that was going on. All the ladies got together and it was talking about, having difficult pregnancies, and that's a story that you bring up, even though, even if they were cool, it would still look like a shot because Portia Williams wasn't there for her. And it's been like that. Portia Williams hasn't been there for Shamea for a lot of different things. But I think Portia was upset with Shamea because she was rolling with Candy Moore. Shamea don't kiss Portia Williams' ass. And Portia Williams does not kiss Shamea's ass either. But yeah, that was definitely a shot, but it was a shot that is unavoidable, and then you can say that it's not a shot too as well because it's something that actually really took place. And she was like, I don't know where you was. Kenya Moore was like, I don't know where you was. I know these guys are like besties. And then Portia Williams felt like, damn, and then on top of that, why didn't Shamea even tell Portia about the situation? Why didn't she say anything to Portia? Why did she keep Portia in the dark? It's like Portia is always stuck in the dark. Shamea wants to be everybody's friend. Yep, you're exactly right. Facts. She does. But in the meantime, of her wanting to be everybody's friend, it's like Portia gets put on the back burner. Cause I like when they was going through their thing. In my opinion, if I was Portia, I wouldn't have been her friend again. Especially if we was friends outside of the show, and you're gonna let anybody on this show that you don't know. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. You know me longer. And you gonna roll with them like that? I would have never been back her friend. I'm sorry. I like Shamea, but I would have never been back her friend. I would have never been her friend. Even though Portia wasn't right either. Portia wasn't right. But we know each other before the show. You don't even know these people, and they're only. But Candy is a really nice person. And especially Candy and Shamea just really clicked. I mean, Candy was all... I don't know if Candy and Shamea ever, did anything. They did any carpet. They did any licking, any kissing, any flipping. But they got really close. And Portia was like out the window. But Shamea is sneaky. I wouldn't have been her friend after that. I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't have been her friend. Oh, thank you so much, Miller. I wouldn't have been her friend after that. But I would have been like, you can film with everybody, but we ain't gonna be cool like that, because if we grew up together, we know each other for years, we best friends, we rode together, I don't care what we going through, you don't choose these, you don't even know these girls. But then, I don't know if Portia did go to her wedding, and it's just like, Carmen had came at Portia. Candy was sitting there knowing that Carmen was gonna come at Portia. Shamea was acting like she don't know nothing going on when they had the baby shower event. I would have never. I just be honest with you. I wouldn't have never been her friend again. Nah, you ain't gonna do me. You ain't gonna do no shit like that to me on TV, on national TV. You gonna shade me. You gonna stab me in the back. You ain't gonna have my back. And we are friends outside of this show. And oh no, we would have never been friends. But I felt like Portia did Shamea wrong too. But in my head, when I was watching, I was like, if Portia, you go back to being her friend, you got problems. I would have been like, bitch, you can't betray me like that. And then on top of that, you're gonna betray me where I can go back and watch it. It's one thing to be portrayed, but then you could go back and watch it, and everybody in my family can point it out to me, and then let me know that I'm stupid and dumb. That would never happen. Okay, where we at? Cynthia isn't loyal for the Cynthia Miss A. Cynthia. The first sentence is just crazy. Cynthia isn't loyal for the camera time. No, I truly believe she tried to be a good friend, very supportive of Perry, but I think she's getting mad because Kenya isn't getting mad and enough in her eyes. Maybe. Cynthia, oh no, I said, you know what, I'm thinking about the song I'm saying ain't loyal. Cynthia is loyal for that camera time. Yes, she is loyal. Cynthia is loyal for the camera time. You're talking about when Cynthia got her ass up and imitated Nene and was dissing Kenya Moore at the same damn time. Kenya Moore would have never did that to Cynthia. I don't think she would have did that to Cynthia, but I guess the wine tasting situation, Cynthia but Cynthia did admit to Eva that she did feel a kind of way that she wished it was going to stop and she didn't know it was going to stop. But Cynthia has a hard time sticking up for herself, and that's the problem. Cynthia has a very hard time sticking up for herself. So if anybody wants to call in, we'll keep the calls to like 10, 15 minutes or whatever you want to call in and tell me what you think about the episode. It wasn't all that jarring. It wasn't all that, but the next episode is going to be good. I think it is. Oh, because Todd right here, Todd is going to tell Candy about herself and he's going to go off because they're in therapy and he's going to wild the F out. Not wild the F out, you know what I mean? I'm just being salacious with it. He's not going to wild out like that, like the wild out that I'm talking about. He's just going to be, he's just basically going to tell how he feel. And and then Todd is going to get him a young woman too. Todd is definitely going to get a young woman that he can be the boss, that he can be in charge because, he's kind of emasculated because of what people think about him, what people say about him. And Mama Joyce hasn't, let up off him, and Riley rocks with him, but she knows what kind of man he is too as well. So yes, this, he's going to really tell Candy about the situation. Some people think, it's real. Some people think it's fake, but if they're faking with their relationship, when you do shit like that for TV, it really actually becomes true. And then you really do have problems and they end up getting divorced when they fake their storylines. Everybody that faked their storylines that was in a relationship got divorced or they wasn't together because, art imitates life. Life imitates art. So when you put out that energy of that negativity and people thinking about this and that and all that other shit, it brings you further apart because it's about energies and stuff like that. PE, who remembers the car moment when No noticed that Shamia was at the back seat? I don't even remember that. She probably low-key jealous of Portia. I don't know if she is. I mean, I don't think she's jealous of Portia. I think she thinks she's better than Portia. That's what I think. I think she thinks that she's better than Portia because Portia can be like, give me that Henny, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm a twerk, I'm going to do this. Shamia would do it too, but I think that she thinks she's better than Portia. Like, she has more elegance to her, so that's why it was so easy for her to run to Candy and her Candy to actually, like, really be that close and that tight like that when it was going through that whole situation. And then it makes sense for her because she thinks that she's better and she's so, and in my opinion, I think she feels like she's superior than Portia, in my opinion. But I'm only basing this off of a TV show. And that's why she ended up calling Kenya. And she said to Kenya, I know you've been through this. I know you have more experience. Basically said, I know you're wiser and older and you would know what to do. And that's what she said to, Kenya, even though Kenya didn't have a baby yet, I believe. Or maybe, hey, Miss Woods, how you doing? What's going on? Miss Woodson, what's good with your 1026 is in the building? Hey, Miller, I cannot to the next episode. I know I can't wait either. I just want to see what Todd's going to say. Mary, Todd already checked out thanks to Joyce. He might have checked out, but he checked into the bank account, baby, and he just putting that money on top, putting it on top. He's counting all the way to the bank. But I do think he loves Candy, and I think that they can actually work anything they have out if they actually listen to each other, which they do all the time. It's not that the parties don't listen, it's the actual part of the behavior and demonstrating the behaviors. And I think Todd wants his time to be, for him to indulge in the things that he want to do, because he's been helping Candy, but Candy's getting into acting. And as the younger you are, the better you are, because you get more jobs and you remember your lines more. You can play a lot of different roles. You can play an older role, you can play a young role, you can play all different roles too as well. Roles. And so she's trying to get in where she fit in, and it's a good opportunity too as well. And she probably wanted to have more acting gigs in the past, but now she's getting them. And it's hard to turn down the acting stuff, but like having these dinners and lunches with, Dr. Jackie and hosting this and that shit could be, cut off and she can spend some time. But like I said, she don't want to be home. She don't want to be home. She got better things to do. And the last thing she needs to be sitting up in that house because she got money to make. She got a husband that she helped fulfilled his dreams. She's like, damn, now you got a dream? She's like, now you got a dream? You doing everything else. He was like, no, I gotta be the money man. For people to say this and that. People still saying the same shit about you, Todd. So you should have just did what you was supposed to do. And it was fulfill your dreams too as well. But, it's very difficult to make a film and a movie and stuff like that. Especially if you want it on a large scale and you have, really... But I don't think it would be hard for Todd because he already knows, but then getting the actors and different stuff, it would take a lot of dedication. And he dedicated his time to making sure Candy's bank account increased and his bank account increased too. And Miss A, I think all the women in Todd's life give him the side eye a little bit for different things he was and been looking as a completely great since his mama passed. Yeah. And then on top of that, when his mama passed, his mama wasn't treated good too by the woman that he's with. And so not Candy didn't do anything bad to her, but Candy didn't defend her like she was supposed to because her mama Joyce, the way Joyce came at her and stuff like that. And so it just really makes sense why he doesn't want, his daughter to take any money from Candy. And, he done took money, but he done took that money to invest it, to flip it, to make more, invest it, flip it, invest it, flip it. So he take her money, flip it, take a part of that, and then take some more money, flip it, and then they have multiple money, So, his mama passing away and she wasn't treated right, and that did hurt me. That when his mother passed and there was no resolution to the way Mama Joyce treated that woman, and that was low down and that was dirty. So if he doesn't let all the shit out, especially, even Riley coming at him, Todd is not perfect. But there's certain things that he needs to express and let out because it ain't all good. Just because you got money and just because you shower me with money, that I still got feelings. I'm still a human being. And then on top of that, okay, Todd moved on from the situation with Mama Joyce and the way his mama was treated. But then Joyce don't come back and talk to him like shit again and say stuff about him again. I ain't gonna leave nothing to Todd. She didn't have to even say that. You know what I mean? But it was good for TV and it was good to make small videos on because that's what people ran with it. And then on top of that, us learning now that Todd dropped his career, if it's all true, because they all could be lying to us. Todd dropped his career just to prove to everybody that, he wasn't a gold digger and he changed it because he had to do something else. He had to flip it. He had to make do with what he had to make do. And basically that's what he's saying to Candy. Now you need to make do. I had to change. I had to do this. You need to do something for me now. And so now we know that people talking about him and judging him and saying things about him really does affect him, where he stops the shit that he loves doing to do the shit that he don't want to do, but he knows he can flip the money too. I don't know why he couldn't do them both, but so now we know it is what it is, baby. Tia, power couple. Tia, Mama Joyce. Tia, Eva, keep the same energy. Let's see if she keeps the same energy. She's gonna have to keep the same energy because she was really not that important this season. We could have done without her, so she's gonna have to bring it. So she's gonna have to bring it at the reunion. Common ball. There's no excuse. Kayla should have gotten all. I mean, tell you, they done had, Candy addressed this too as well, because I know I talked about it. I was like, damn, the way that they be having Kayla looking on TV is wrong. And Candy explained why she be looking the way she be looking. Because they just she doesn't even look like she fits into the house the way that they be having Kayla look, but allegedly she had supposed to got a job at VH1 being an assistant. I don't know how true that is. Until I see her on camera, I won't believe it. Okay, Karma Ball, that's no excuse. Kayla should have got something, but I think Todd internalized how he was treated and how things was going on, and he didn't want his daughter to take anything because it doesn't seem like, Candy already said that she wanted to do more for Kayla, but Todd won't let her. How many nannies do Todd and Candy employ? Probably 100. And Tio, do you think Giovanni is going to be on FaceTime for the reunion? I think she's going to die to be. And she's going to do everything in her power to be. If she's not, I'll be surprised. Because she is thirsty. She's thirsty and stale with her shit. She should have just been honest from the get-go. When they started questioning her, she should have just said what she should have just told the truth and said, and she should have just said, oh no, you guys got a misconception of what I mean receipts or whatever. But we got a little bit of a receipt. We got a little bit of a receipt right here. We got to talk about Portia's husband. Not husband. I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. We got to talk about Dennis McKinley. So on the next episode, Dennis McKinley, basically, he don't really want to have a wedding, and he told Portia that she need to pay for it. I was like, okay, you was coming off as the Southern gentleman. Now you're showing your true colors. You're going to tell her to pay for it because you don't want a big wedding. Is that why your mother wanted to have a shotgun wedding? Excuse me. I was like, look at this mother sucker. And then, Portia just walks away. You done cheated on this woman while she was pregnant, going through her postpartum pregnancy and difficult pregnancy. You was out here running the streets and doing everything else like that. And you don't think that she deserves a big wedding? And then you have the audacity to take her ring from you, take that ring back from her. If Portia had any sense, she would get a pillowcase and put a bunch of quarters in it and, whoop your ass. Because this mother sucker thing, he is just, I know you're a multi-millionaire and everything else like that, but baby, this is why you got to have your own money. And that's why Candy has her own money. Todd can go. She'll be all right. If she leaves, she'll be all right. She can make more money, because once you're dependent on a mother sucker and for him to pay for anything, they try to act and treat you like you ain't nobody, like you or their servants. No, we are equals, baby. And so when you depend on somebody paying your bills, you depend on somebody taking care of you, they make you jump through loops. Even at the job, when you have a regular job, you have to have a backup job. Hey, Ayla. Candy is a type of, she'll do something for you. She will talk about it and throw it in your face. Lord have mercy. Because, Todd didn't want her to do nothing for Kayla, but, Dennis McKinley got a whole lot of nerve. So we're going to see his shady ass talk, next episode. Shit. I was just talking. I was like, hey, what's up, Pat? You could rewind it back, baby girl. And then I was also saying that they can make, when it comes to the old lady gang, they can have Todd could be the focal point of the show, and where they're coming and they're, basically be throwing insults at him and things like that. And then Todd would actually really, lash out. It would be crazy if they do. Comment below. What happened to the volume, sis? Oh, sometimes it goes in and out. Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm glad you can hear me now. No, I can see that, every time I talk, the thing jumps up and down and stuff like that. And I didn't see it moving, so I must have hit something on the computer. Miss Woods. It is just me, or are the mothers on all these reality TV shows always the extra hot mess? In some cases, they really do make the show. Yeah, like Mama D used to be the shit. I don't know what happened to Mama D. Mama D had it popping. Mama D and I think Mama Joyce was getting a whole lot of, backlash, and that's probably why they back. And then, Mama Jones wanted to be on TV, but Chrissy and Jim Jones, went MIA. And Rashida mother, she's here for the drama. She wants to be on TV. She's stealing from her kid. She's stealing from her daughter. They're like, come on, like they're doing way too much. Some people mothers overdo it, but it did start with Tiffany Pollard mother. Maybe it was somebody else's mother before her. I don't know. Tia. Yeah. Oh, Tiffany mother was a trip. She used to get that Bible and chase the mothers like a, is it just me or all the mothers that are on reality show extra hot mess? Sometimes I feel they do the most on purpose, but it is great TV. It is too as well. It is great TV too as well. And it does, like, because before, before like Martin Lawrence did Mama's House and stuff like that, and before, Tyler Perry did Medea, there was a whole lot of respect out here for the big mamas. Like there was like so much respect for the big mamas, and that was one thing that you couldn't touch, like talking about older, wise, big mamas, the grandmothers that held the family together, that kept the family together. And it just seems like the big mother type of, some of the things that we grew up with, and some of us are big mamas too as well. It's a lot of disrespect now, and a lot of like they don't matter and shit like that. Like it's not important when you need a big mama. These kids need big mama, they need big papa. Some people, parents do anything for a check. Yeah, that check be looking good. Sometimes they don't even get that much. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta tomorrow. Yep. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta tomorrow, and I think Love and Hip Hop Miami reunion part 2. So we're gonna see what's gonna pop off with that situation. I might I want to see what else is happening. I don't know what else could happen if I don't know if Trina left. I don't know if they're gonna bring Nikki Natural back on stage, but Nikki Natural, Trina, and all of them are going back and forth online. My grandmother is my queen bee. Amen to that. Yeah, as long as the mothers don't go too far, then I am good with that, right? For real. Comment about all these reality mothers and the ATL are so ghetto fabulous. That's bad. Oh, Lord, have mercy. But think about it. We're talking about the mamas, right, of the show, and the mamas on the TV. Kenya Moore has never met Mark Daly's mama and the father. At least she would know. So it's a part 2 to reunion. Yep, there's a part 2. I agree with Muted Mike. I guess La is going to take time to come back to Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if they should just cancel the shit now. We'll see how Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is going to be, but Love and Hip Hop New York was real terrible. Love and Hip Hop Miami was decent. It was very decent. But, the other day I ended up catching like old VH1, Love and Hip Hop, clips and reunions and shit like that. It's not even that incited no more. It's like, damn, Love and Hip Hop. If you go Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, if you go back to all the, you see the clips and just how they act, they talked, and just how they was just boom, boom, boom. You don't even get that no more. It ain't even the same. Atlanta and another without Jocelyn. They need everybody. They need a lot of people back to the show. But I don't know how long it's going to last to as well. We see Claudia Jordan is hosting a reunion. The other lady done jumped ship. She probably knew like this shit's dead. Black Ink Crew in Chicago racks. Miss Kitty needs to call Bay Dad to whoop Bay's butt. Oh, Lord have mercy, you went there. Lord. Miss Wood Mark doesn't trust Kenya with his parents. Lord have mercy. He wants to keep everything, secret. Tia, hopefully they shot Love and Hip Hop LA. I was saying maybe it might take time for the show to come back because of the coronavirus. I know. Oh, okay, so I read that totally wrong. But I like Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, even though they keep changing the cast. But I don't know, for some reason I like Love and Hip Hop Hollywood a lot. And every season, they do what they do, but they're gonna have to come different. It can't all be about A1 and, the situation. with his wife. That's, they're gonna have to do it up. And I know Ray J and Princess is going to have a whole lot going on. Love and Hip Hop Miami ratings dropped. I know it dropped at the end. And, Jocelyn went MIA. Prima Donna had to change her energy and focus that shit on Amada. Miss A. Nene diss track is actually pretty good. I can't wait to hear what the rest of it ladies have to say. I know. I heard a little bit more of it, but I don't know what's going to be the final thing, the final cut. And then I also seen, people dancing to Nene Leakes the song, because Nene Leakes said if you dance, the dance challenge is Nene Leakes' song, you dance to it, and then you send the video to her, and it might end up in her video. And she's been showing, videos of, celebrity and other people dancing to, the video and stuff like that. And then little Bootsy was on Instagram wilding the other night. He was on there hella tore up. And he had these celebrities in there just doing the most. Poor Portia, I think she definitely needs to make sure her prenup is a good one. He strikes me as someone who would be extra petty when it comes to divorce. Yeah, and he don't even need the money because he has more money than Portia. Allegedly, if you go by anything the blogs say about his bank account and his businesses, running the hot dog factory was needed back Tommy. I would like to have Tommy Lee back, but if she's going to be strung out on alcohol and shit like that, I don't want to see her. Because it was really depressing and really sad seeing her the last time that she was on there all messed up. She got a good story, a good thing to tell. Boosie's always wilding. He was wilding. And then, what's his name? Was wilding too. I can't even think of his name. T-Pain was wild, and he was talking about, Akon done stole his style and shit like that, and Akon done copied off him. I was like, Lord have mercy. These celebrities are on Instagram trying to start beef with each other. What is going on? I saw Bootsy, that man be wild. You did too, yo. I was watching it last night, in the morning time. I was watching it. He was out there just wild. I was talking mad shit though when I was in his live. Hey, Lily. Hello, my peeps, my peoples. What's up with you? Tia, Tommy gets her own show. Tommy got her own show now. What is it on? I just don't want to watch her drugged up and alcoholed out. And then the thing about Tommy is like she's so beautiful and she's so pretty, and she has the makeup done, and she basically there's different ways that you can cover up alcoholism. And, I just don't want to see her all like that on TV because it's just a really bad look. And it's just like, if she comes back to TV, I think she needs to be 100 better and everything else like that. So she can go where she needed to go. Because when she first came on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she had everything. She had everything that could make her a star. She had the look, she had the talent, she had the story, she had the experience, and then she was strong too as well, and she wasn't worried about anything, and she was a fighter, and every fighter as far as like fighting for her life, fighting for her children and things like that. And so, she was doing different opportunities and different things like that she was, branding herself after, but then it just went way too left. I just went way left, and that it was just that Tommy's on Zeus Network. I won't watch. See, I think I'm gonna have to get a prescription. I think I'm gonna have to get I think I'm gonna have to try to find out me some Tommy. I like Tommy too, but I just didn't like to see her the way that she was because it just looked really bad. And then that also stops and block you where people think that you're a liability. It's one thing to be a fighter, but one thing to have, substance control you where it's a liability, which, there's plenty of other actors that are other nationalities that are strung out on all types of stuff and they still get work, but it's more difficult for a black woman too as well. Yes, Tommy is very beautiful. I hope nothing but the best for her. I hope she gets the help she needs. Me too. And then I didn't like the way that she was being used on the show because they clearly knew that she had a problem. Clearly they was providing liquor. Clearly they made things happen where Tommy was going wild out, especially if she's under the influence, and it was just a terrible look. Tia, do you think anybody needs to get fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta? Who would you replace? At this point, I don't even know. Because everybody brings something different to the show. But I don't even know. I would just want to add Phaedra. That's it. So I don't want nobody to get fired. Just add Phaedra. Eva, you know, her storyline, she's very boring. She doesn't really add anything to the show until she wants to. When Eva wants to add shit to the show, Eva gets it, because the first like 4 episodes of the season, Eva was bringing that heat and it just dropped. Like, she just dropped off the face of the earth. And she can bring that heat. And then I like to see that she does have a successful marriage. And regardless whether she's broke or poor, her and her husband are still going through it. But, you know, so a lot of people label her as a colorist. She has to do one more thing for me, maybe 2 more things for me to label her. She hasn't done anything that I can actually say that I can just label her as a colorist, you know what I mean? But just bring Phaedra back. That's all I want. Just bring Phaedra back. And then, you know, and then I would like to have Apollo back. I would like to have Phaedra, Apollo. I would like to have Peter back. Even though these people are not in relationships anymore, I would like to have them back to see what they're doing differently, how they interact with, you know, because we don't really get anything from the guys anymore. Before, we used to get scenes from the guys hanging out, you know, doing their thing, and they were funny, and they would bring stuff to the show too as well, you know. So it would be nice to see some of the husbands back to the show, and to see Phaedra back on the show, just to catch up with Phaedra, see what she's doing, and see how, you know, if there is a chance for her to and Candy to actually sit down and have a conversation, because Candy's out here promoting that she feels like, you know, Kenya needs to make up with Nene Leakes and be cordial to each other. Can you do the same thing, Candy? Even though I know Phaedra has did some things to Candy, but Phaedra wasn't the only one a part of that situation. There was other people that was part of production, and Portia that was involved too as well. But I think, you know, Phaedra just took the brunt of it. Gas, bring back Phaedra Parks. Bring back Shamari. Oh, yeah, Shamari DeVoe. I would like her to come back so she can basically, like, get another, you know, situation in where, you know, they're not just filming her while she was drunk, because, you know, she was nervous. You know, she was dealing with all these women. You know, they dressed differently than her. They talked differently than her. She had 2 small twins. You know, she had a lot going on, and she opened up too quick to them. She didn't like spoon feed them, and you know, she was getting the hang of it, but she never lied about anything. She never like faked it or whatever. So that's what I do like about her too as well. And then, you know, bring Yovanna back for at least like 3 episodes, so Yovanna can just, you know, basically let it all hang out. She's running to this person, that person. She's on TV. Say it to the lady's face. I want to see you say it, baby. A public apology, that would be good. Karma Ball, girl, you missed it the other night. Peter and Apollo was going in. Oh, they always go in. Let Phaedra redeem herself. At least everybody else has had a chance to. Like, come on, Shamari DeVoe was actually one of my favorites. I know she was. You always talked about, you know, what she represented. She should have spoon-fed the ladies, and she was real about, you know, she was in a relationship with a woman, you know what I'm saying? And she was honest about that and what she was going through when she was young. And then, you know, now we learned that a lot of people are having problems in their relationship and things like that. She actually has a stable marriage. How about Shamia, Miss, what is wrong with NBA Youngboy? He's always going off. And what was wrong for waking his wife up and not belling her? I don't know. Now I'm not sure if, you know, there's stories that he bailed her out, and there's stories that the father bailed her out or whatever, and there's stories on that they might be on something stronger than just marijuana. So I don't know. So it's a lot with that situation. And you know, NBA Youngboy's calling her his wife, so he better go down there to the Justice of Peace and marry her ass, because he's gonna be subpoenaed to testify in court. And if he doesn't testify in court, you know, he can be held in contempt of court too as well, because he was there. And the story goes is that, you know, Yaya, she came to the house because his baby mama, Jacob was there, and then security put out Yaya. She broke into the house and went after the girl, stabbed her twice with the same knife. Girl goes to the hospital. She goes to jail, and she ends up in his bed. Like, the girl, Yaya don't have common sense. She's not smart. And, and she's in love too. And then on top of that, you have the situation where her father allegedly was abusive to the women that he date. And then he has multiple women and he treats them like objects. And she found a man that's just like her father. Only thing is, he's not a multimillionaire and he's not as dedicated to whatever he does. For real, because Floyd is dedicated boxer. And that's why he's undefeated and never been beaten. Because he was very dedicated. So, it's just a sad situation. And, if this man don't make no money, how are you going to take care of these kids? We already seen what happened to Waka Flocka. Not Waka Flocka, my bad. We seen what happened. We seen what happened with, what's his name? Alexis Skybaby's father. We see what happened to him. He was making all that money. I'm going to try Tuesday to review the whole season and watch it and then just give my thoughts on it. Let's just pray for Yaya and all of them involved. I know, it's sad. Floyd Mayweather got that money. He needs to run up in that house, do what he needs to do to NBA YoungBoy and take his daughter and then put her somewhere for a minute. Let her detox from this shit that she's going through. And the sad thing about it is like they're young, so they don't know that shit. You're gonna fall out of love. You're supposed to fall in love over and over and over. You know what I mean? If somebody ain't treating you right, you don't like this situation, you're supposed to move on and move forward. They don't know. They feel like it's the end of the world. I can't live without this person. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And everything else like that. If they just give it time, they'll fall out of love with the person. They'll get disinterested. But once they put their hooks and the situation with young NBA YoungBoy and all these girls that he's with, like he got multiple kids and he's messing around with girls that ain't got his kids either. Then on top of that, he ain't used no protection and allegedly he got the ushers. So I didn't know nobody when I was growing up that would just be like, hey, I'm going to jump in and get the ushers. I just want the ushers because you got money. We be like, bitch, we make our money. We get this money. Oh, you with him because he buy you bags. He buy you shoes. Oh, you got a car. We can go get that with our own money. We don't got to jump through no hoops. We ain't got to have nobody mistreat us. We can go get that. We can get all that on our own. I don't need nobody to give it to me. I ain't going to be jumping through no hoops. Yes, when you date very wealthy man, and you don't got yours, you're going to jump it through some hoops. Very rarely when you date a wealthy man, he will treat you like a queen and you don't have to jump through no hoops because he values you just as much as he values himself. But I miss Jessica Dime too. I was going to say that on one of my reviews. I miss Jessica Dime. I was like, I guess she wasn't giving it enough. And I don't know why. Tommy never recovered from scrap moving on. I also think they exploited her because they knew exactly how she was going to act. Yeah, that's what I thought, Miss A. Definitely. But I don't know if it was scrap. There's another guy that, Tommy was close to. I think he's actually Latino. He's actually Spanish. And she was in love with him. And they were like road dogs. And it was like best friends, and he would support Tommy, take care of Tommy, and he had her back, and then he ended up getting murdered. And I think that had a lot to do with her behavior, but Tommy's not a child. She got plenty of children, so the way that she's acting is still not up there with an adult, but it's because of the way that she was raised. So it's a whole lot of situation going on with Tommy. If she cleans up with the liquor, she'll be alright. She'll make it through. Facts. They did the same thing to Jocelyn Hernandez. They knew she had a problem, but they didn't care. It was about the money. They did that a lot. They do that a lot with reality shows. They do. Miss A, do you believe Carly Red's storyline? About Mo? I know Mo ain't shit. I know Mo be stealing money. I know Mo be robbing people. And Carly Rae got mushed in the face by Sierra. And she got mushed in the face and she got jumped at the same time. That was terrible. That was terrible, for real, for real. That was terrible. Do I believe her storyline? I think Cardi Red always has something going on. I think she always has something going on where she's very creative with what she does. It might be true and it might not be true. I don't know. Hey, Brandy. Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's good with you?
Hey, I'm good. Nice to hear you.
Oh, nice to hear from you too. So, what do you think about tonight? What do you think about the episode?
The episode was pretty good. You know, it wasn't as good. I mean, it had to slow down from all that drama. So, guess we gotta have an episode that gotta slow down. It wasn't as good as it could have been.
Anything stick out to you on the show?
Oh, the end with Candy and Todd.
Oh yeah.
We don't hear Todd open up and express his feelings very often.
So what do you think about their relationship? Do you think he has valid points when it comes to the relationship between him and Candy?
Yeah, she do be too busy though. I mean, she do need to make him more of a priority. But at the same time, he should have knew what he got himself into when he got with her. Because when they first got together, he should have known that she was a hustler and that she don't be on her grind. So, it's you gotta know what you sign up for. You gotta know what you in for when you get with somebody. But he should have. Before he married her, he should have expressed his feelings and, told her how they're going to get married. They should have had an agreement on how they were going to make more time for each other once they got married. So she won't keep working and getting more jobs. Make him more of a priority. And especially if they're going to start a family together like they had Ace and his other child, definitely make some time for not just him, but for them as well, so he won't have to basically raise them on his own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's a mistake that a lot of these people make. They don't communicate their feelings before they get married, or should I say get pre-marriage counseling. That's what they should have got.
Mm-hmm.
Like Peter and not Peter, but like Cynthia and Mike are doing.
Thank you, Tia. Yeah, that is good that they're actually getting counseling before they even get married, because they don't argue right. And especially that's a valid point, Tony, because with all the situation and everything that's going on. Hold on 1 second. Let me put this call on hold. Hello.
Hey, sis.
Hey, what's up? Where you calling from?
Hey, sis, it's Karama.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
I'm gonna keep you on hold. I'm gonna click back over, and then I'm gonna answer your call. But I just wanted to have you on hold.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Hello.
Okay, so. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
So, it makes sense that they are going to counseling because look what Todd and Candy's going through, and especially having the grandmother, Mama Joyce, and that whole situation, and people saying stuff bad about Todd. They should have been had counseling. And then the situation with the mama and the two grandmothers going at it. So that's facts. I think that's a good point.
Yeah, so that's why I say they did stuff backwards. I think Todd got caught up with her success, because he was successful as well, and he got caught up with her success, and he didn't know how to blend her success along with his. So I think he just got caught up with her success, and like you said, they should have been had counseling, but I think he got caught up with her success because he wasn't used to finding women like her.
That's true. I think he was really inspired too, and then he wanted to prove, to everybody else that he's not just a gold digger. And for him to do that, that means that he loved her. I think let me see if I can do this again. Hold on for 1 second. And that's going hold.
Call from. Hey, you just hung up on me, so
I did. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
Voicemail. Press 2.
Oh my God, I did. Hello?
Press 1. To send a voicemail.
I don't know how to.
Press 2.
Hello?
Hi.
I know I hung up on you. I wonder. Okay, let me see if I can do this without. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Hello? All right, got it. I learned how to do it just now. So, that's true. That's very true. He got caught up in her success. He was inspired.
Yeah, but like I said, Kenya and Mark should have got counseling before they got married. They just rushed into it out of nowhere. And so you see how their problems are playing out on TV. You see all the disrespect and miscommunication.
It's sad.
It's just, I know. And then they had that baby, and now they got to be tied together for 18 years. I mean, they probably not going to be married that long, but, as far as that baby ties them together because they're the parents.
That's true. That's very true. And then they should have got counseling, but I think, it was a lot riding on at the situation too as well. Having a baby was really important, and he was willing to. So I think they would be good co-parent. They would be co-parenting really good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
they will. It's
not worth it. It's a lot of hassle. But when there's a lot of women, sometimes put their self are on, a clock. They have to have a baby at this certain time, and he was there, he was available, and we don't know if he was Romeo and then shit just changed real quick. Who knows what happened? Because it just went downhill really fast.
Yeah, because like you said, she been on there the whole time she's been on that show. She's been talking about she wanted a baby. And like you said, she got caught up with him, his good looks and his charm, and, she saw what was good on the outside, but I don't think she took the time to see what was good on the inside or bad on the inside.
Especially when he didn't allow her to meet his parents.
Yeah, that was a red flag right there. Big red flag. She needed to divorce him. She definitely needed to divorce him and be happy and grateful for that baby.
And move forward.
Yeah.
And then the next relationship, she can take her time. But this man, he didn't even let her meet his family. Like, damn.
I know. That's a big red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Just like. And then Shamia, she ain't loyal at all. She just, like you said, like somebody said in the comments, she want to be everybody's friend. Like, she is not loyal to her best friend.
No. Shamia ain't loyal whatsoever.
She ain't. It's like, Portia, why you so blind? You can't see through this chick? Like, you can't see through her? That's supposed to be your best friend, and you can't see the sign?
She didn't even tell about Kenya. She didn't even tell about Kenya. So that already tells you. But then Shamia called Kenya, not called Portia, so they might not even be that close like that.
Yeah, and I'm surprised at that because Shamia and Kenya had problems on season 9 or 10. They had problems.
Mm-hmm.
And Portia had to be the mediator.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and then I'm glad that Cynthia and Nene had some good moments in this episode. We know it ain't gonna last, but we saw some old, signs of their friendship, which was nice to see.
That was true. That was nice. And then he was dressed alike. I was like, shit. Did y'all plan this? Well, we know they didn't because they ain't friends like that.
No. Then Portia, the event she thrown out of that. Now, we need to see more stuff like that on TV. Women coming together and a little bit more balance instead of women, going at each other's throats. So that was a good moment too. And then all the women got along and opened up about, Tanya opened up about her situation. And then, that's when Shamia went into more detail about Kenya, which Portia should have paid attention to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that we learned about
Mama.
That was nice. That really was a nice event. And it wasn't really no drama. There was a little bit of shade, but it was no drama. And it was sad to hear about Marlo, but she's positive about it, so that's a good situation too as well.
Yeah, and I like I like that you commented on my last 2 videos. I think I don't know if I might be getting better or not.
You are. Hold on for a second.
Awesome. Hi, it's Salama again.
Oh, my sweetheart, I'm so sorry. Hello?
Hello?
So tell me what you think about the show. What is your opinion about the show? First, tell us your name, and then where you calling from.
Karama from Queens, New York.
Calling from Queens. Oh my God. God bless you. You stay safe out there, and we sending you love and protection out there in Queens, New York.
Thank you. You do the same in the A.
Thank you so much. So what do you want to talk about? What part of the show really caught your attention?
Well, a lot of it did. First off, I want to say how stupid Portia is. Like, girl, what's wrong with you? I mean, first of all, she needs to level up as the look. Second of all, she needs to cut him loose. She got a baby. She got a golden child. I mean, she got a bag. Plural. I mean, a loving family. I don't understand. These females on these shows, they don't have no D-control.
I don't even think it's that. I just think they got low self-esteem and they want to be close to somebody. They want to have a man.
But they don't have no D-control either. Because that D, they get that D, they go crazy. Look at Kenya. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that's that D, I'm telling you.
I don't even know. It just seems like it just seems like they can't find anybody to film with them, and so once they find somebody to film with them, they would just hold on tight to God knows.
It's the filming though, or it's just the fact that they just, like you said, low self-esteem, and the fact that they just want to be in a relationship. They just want somebody to call their own.
They just want somebody to call their own. And it could be the D. It could be the D, but half of the times,
it's the D too.
Half of the times the dudes don't even be giving it like that. Half of the times the dude dick don't even be like that. It don't even be good like that. They just be holding on, and then you ask them about the sex, they'll tell you, "Oh, it's not that good. I haven't even had an orgasm." But it could be the D.
Tell you, if it's that, they really stupid. They ain't even getting the D. Like, really? Come on now. I just think they could just do so much better. We, as African American women, already look bad in a lot of aspects in life. And for them to come on TV, and they've been on TV for like multiple years into decades. I mean, come on now. They got different businesses out of this. They got money bags rolling. And they just like, I don't understand. When it comes to a man, they can't get it right. And it's real simple.
Only person that got it right, it seems like Eva.
Yeah. Because you know what? Eva got high self-esteem. She loves herself. And she knows how to get that bag from her mate. And keep it and her man. And you know what it is, too? She keep her business to herself. She don't broadcast it. You see how they bring them in and broadcast? You don't do that. If the man don't want to, you have a conversation, they sit down and tell you they don't want this, they don't want that. You respect that man. If that's that worthy relationship that you want and you want to keep, you respect your man.
Yep. What is her name from Married to Medicine, Dr. Heavily? You don't know shit about her husband and what they go through. You don't know nothing about that. And soon something comes up, she cuts it off. But then it wouldn't be entertaining, I guess. And you know, Candy said that she's open with her shit and everybody's willing to share, and she's willing to share. She's in it to win it. Todd is over there.
Candy running the show. She wear the pants and she wear the pants. Todd wear the skirt. So you already know how that goes. I mean, like, it ain't no secret. She let it be known from day one. And he could, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't stick to the program. He want to change the plan up. She had the blueprint. Now he want to switch up. So, but she willing to go to counseling with them. And she did shed some tears. So maybe she is going to come around and start folding and start acting like a real wife. You know, if you go to her mate.
That's the same. It's the same thing you just said is the same thing T.I. said about Tiny. He said, you know, they had a plan, everything was good until she wanted to switch up. He said the same exact thing on Red Table Talk.
See? And you can't make a person do what they don't feel. You know how it is when you got into it. So you think your vagina or your penis gonna make a person change? No, they was already that way when you got them. They gonna only change because they want to change. You gotta see how that plays out, and you keep your feelings locked inside.
And that's what he did. That's what Todd did. He kept it locked inside, and now he's ready to spill it.
And now he said, you know what? I do want to go to counseling. Yes, I got some things to say. Look, he gonna light her ass up. I can't wait till next week. I'll give me some cheese popcorn for next week. She's gonna be shedding tears. He gonna break Candy. He gonna break her. Watch.
Yes, he is.
Gonna break her.
And Mama Joyce is gonna get him.
Females, we deal with feelings and emotions more so than men. Now, if she was on the other foot, she would have stayed longer with her, you know what I'm saying, with her control. But she folding because she caught up in her feelings now.
She don't want to lose him. And she probably knows that she was wrong too as well. She probably knows that she disappeared so much that, you know, that he ain't gonna stay along. You know, once you tell somebody how you feel and you don't change, then that basically the writing's on the wall is for you to go. And it makes so much sense with all the other ladies. Like, this man ain't treating you right. You don't like the way he's been treated. He's cheating on you. And then on top of that, you know, Dennis McKinley gonna talk about he don't want no big wedding. After what you did to her, you should be it should be coming to America.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Dennis don't want to get married. If he did, he would have took the ring back the first time. He playing Portia. He playing her.
He most likely is, and she's easy enough to be played.
I don't see them walking. He went from agreeing to the lavish wedding now from almost being in her pockets for her paying for it. Next thing you know, he gonna be saying, "Let's just do it at City Hall."
his mama said shotgun wedding.
Yeah, and you know what? His mother know best. That's why they say you gotta listen to that mama. That mama know that baby.
Exactly, and
she made him.
That's what Kenya needed from Mark Daly to know how to deal with Mark Daly, but she never got a chance to meet his mother and his father.
But you know what? We never knew that until tonight.
Yeah.
She look like a doggone fool right now. How could you pop all that junk? You so educated. You articulate very well. You got your own bag with your own hands. You always bragging about this, that, and the third. Talk about everybody else, all these episodes, all these years about their relationship, and they recapped it all today. You saw that today, right? And she talked about, now you ain't even meet this man's parents, or you ain't even meet a cousin. Are you serious?
Yep. So I can't even believe it.
But this is what I'm telling you. They making us as black women look bad on these shows. Because you know what? These producers, they know what they're doing. They editing to target us and make us look bad. They saying, yeah, we're going to feed you money. You're going to live this life. But you know what? We're going to take something from you. They knocking us.
Yep. Because ain't nobody,
black females.
I know. Ain't nobody I know. Maybe one person will even put up with that kind of stuff. And the only reason why they put up with that type of stuff because they got a Tyrone and they got a Derek on the side. But they just putting up with the stuff just to put up with it. Like if you got somebody else, like shit. I mean, but her not meeting his family, it says a whole lot. A whole
That
lot.
speaks volumes. That really speaks volumes, sis. I'm serious because, like, really, Kenya knows better. She need a behind whoop for that. Like, who is even gonna lay down with somebody, have unprotected sex without even meeting the mother, the father? I mean, you are a woman of a certain caliber. Where's your levels at? You claim you leveled up. I can't tell because you acting like a side piece trick. The way she displayed her ass, her behind in that relationship, she did not act like his woman at all. She acted like this side piece. She couldn't speak. She couldn't have a voice. She couldn't do nothing. He didn't hear nothing she said. She couldn't do nothing. But she portrayed for us, the public, and her fellow colleagues on the show that she was this, that, and the third. But when the shit had to hit the fan, when she got caught out there with that, what was that they gave? That bank or that dinner or something? She couldn't talk.
Yep.
Remember that?
He was so disappointed. He didn't
Yes.
even big her up.
But
Even the other men were like, "Come on." Even Eva's husband was looking at Mark like he's crazy. Like, you just gonna ignore her like that?
But let me tell you something. He's been doing this, okay? She just got exposed on TV. Now all of a sudden she want to run to get a divorce. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This just did not just start. This been happening. You see how when she picked out his suit and tie, how he was talking to her? He programmed her. He was talking to her like that from day one. That shit just didn't start.
Nope, she said it.
Was getting dogged out.
She said that she did everything to make him happy. She didn't even think about, herself. She wanted to please him and trying to do everything for him.
She got the D for desperate on her forehead, looking like a Donkey Kong. Like, she looked real stupid. Like, who would do that? I lost all respect for Kenya. I mean, I had a lot of respect for her as far as her, taking care of herself, her business, no drugs, no alcohol. She don't sleep around, all this. I had a lot of respect as far as those aspects. But you know what? All that went out the window. The way she carried herself with this so-called man and allowed him to walk all over her and dog her and play her out on every chance he got that she gave him, that speaks volumes about her. You understand what I'm saying? Like you said, low self-esteem. She has none. She has no confidence when it comes to a man in a relationship. She picks all the wrong guys. Portia does too. They need to be by themselves for a while, get to know themselves for at least 2 to 3 years. Love themselves, build themselves up by themselves, no sex, no nobody. And then you can go into another relationship. You can't just hop from man to man to man. You bring them evil spirits into the next relationship. That's why they so damn crazy.
I couldn't be me because I need to know your parents. I need to know if you married, because usually a guy that don't want you to meet his parents is married, or the other girl is always in the house. That's why I'm going to meet your parents.
Yes. Okay, I was saying the same thing, but then they showed some on his TV tonight. I don't know if you've seen it. Did you catch that when they said he had multiple women that she caught him out there with? It wasn't just one; it was multiple.
Yep. Supposedly, we don't know if that's actually true, but she also said that he was talking to one of his exes and she didn't care that he was married. So most likely he's out there swinging it and dangling because because any man that's really in love with you, you just got married and you just had his baby and he's okay with you being in Atlanta and he's been in New York. Some way you got to work that out. You don't do that as a fresh couple.
From day one, I knew he was a trick. You know why? The way he was looking and he was acting on television. He was not respecting her, not even a tad bit. He was so nonchalant. He was so distant. He was so mean, evil spirit. The way he was talking, I knew he wasn't the right guy. I said something. I don't like this guy. There's something about him that's not right. It's off. He got too much to hide, and all of it is coming out on one episode at a time, and it's making Kenya look more dumber and dumber and dumber. I hope she don't raise Brooklyn to be like her.
That's why she wants that divorce, and she wants to make sure Brooklyn is taken care of, because she does not want
financially.
She does not. She was saying
her morals and values about herself.
That's what the aunt was saying to her about how they were raised. And then she said that she wanted to make sure Brooklyn doesn't see what's going on because she feels that it is wrong. So I feel like, she's basically making the decision to she's helping with just to let it go because he's the one that actually filed for divorce.
Yeah, I know.
He's the one that called. He was like, I'm out. I was like, Lord have mercy.
She was saying she wanted it too, and then, she was trying to back out of it, and then I guess when he stepped up, then she said we agreed to it.
Yeah,
she's just a liar. She's just a big liar. She's getting caught out there little by little. She's getting caught out there. Her truth is being revealed. Her true self. Yep. I'm just. And did you hear about Nene and Kim on live a couple of days ago?
Yeah, I talked about it.
Did you? Oh yes, wasn't that something? That was terrible. I just lost all respect for Nene. She is the biggest sellout on that show. Oh my God, the way she sucked up to Kim Zolciak, I could not believe. Oh my God, I was going to just vomit every time Kim started to laugh with that fake phony laugh of hers.
I don't know why, like Nene at least is gaining momentum and stuff like that. I don't know why she would want to be seen with Kim, but hey, that's what I said. she done messed up. Like that's not something you do. Like you called her racist, people called her. Yeah, and because gaining a lot of people. And now a lot of people's backing away because they don't rock with Kim. They don't rock with her.
And I barely was rocking with Nene, and so I started to see her more and then I subscribed to her channel, and I'm like, okay, because she was talking about the what's behind the scenes. So I'm like, okay, I'm starting to earn her trust. Then she went and did this. She backslid and did this mess. I'm like, oh, heck no.
She could have got anybody. She could have got a random person.
She could have got a New York City subway rat out here where I live at, okay?
Yep, and that would have been a better interview than her because now people looking at her like,
she's a sellout. Yeah, Uncle Tom, like really, like you sat there and you ate all her crap. And you heard how she was acting. She was holding back all the things that she wanted to say. And everybody was like, why don't she say this and why don't she say that? She didn't tap onto anything that was... First of all, somebody came in my house and seen a roach, a rat, a water ball, and you going to videotape it to bring it on national TV. You supposed to be my friend, whatever. You was in my house. Why would you go to those extreme measures to tear my reputation down and expose what's in my house or not in my house? What's the problem?
I don't know why. I don't know. I guess, they need friendships. I don't know. They think, maybe she thought that Kim was going to help with the situation. I don't know why.
Her business right now, she got all these businesses online, swag everywhere. She doing this, she doing... What? Why would Kim be in your head? Did she go use Greg cancer situation? So, since Greg's been cancer free, I'm starting to, forgive people. Oh, you are full of mess. You just kissing up to this chick. Like, for real? What are you, gay or something? I don't understand Nene. Nene, she do shit ass backwards to me.
With the situation with Kim, it's a no-go. I'm like, damn, Nene. The song is popping. The shit with Kim is a no-go.
And that boy, young boy, he better watch his back because Kodak say, and his homeboy Kodak friend was talking real slick in disguise. You heard when he was like, they don't talk, they play NFL, they do contact. He better watch himself.
He better watch himself or he'll end up like Almighty J. And that wasn't a pretty picture for Almighty J. Ooh, I was like, Lord have mercy. These little
young rappers, they need to relax. They doing too much.
Ooh, Lord. And I didn't say this in the videos I did about Kodak Black, but Kodak Black is affiliated with a lot of people. And the people that he's affiliated with, I ain't even gonna say because I don't want no smoke from that.
I know, sis. I know. know.
But I don't rock with him because he don't like dark skinned women, and he's saying that dumb shit about dark skinned women. So I don't fuck with Kodak Black.
Black and ugly as he is.
I know. Talk about he don't want no girls black like him, you know, and he keep. So I don't mess with him.
Well, you know what? I guess he say I'm black enough. I need somebody to make me shine.
That's what he wants.
He can't shine. He can't shine because he's too damn black.
Yep. I know he's ignorant and stuff like that, but he was changing before he got locked up. He was talking about a lot of more conscious stuff, but that shit that he said when he said, this was before he got locked up, when he said that about black women, I was just like, I didn't rock with him, period. And then he started doing a lot of more conscious stuff, and his raps was getting a lot better. But then he ended up talking about Maryjanetv. He ended up talking about Lil Wayne and just going ham and just doing all types of crazy shit. So I was just like, you know what, Kodak? We gonna keep
using some sort of drugs doing that when they start talking out their necks outwards for no reason, no apparent reason at all. They gotta be drugs involved. Because you know half of them do drugs, more than half of them do some drugs anyway. And they don't know how to do a little bit. They go all in with that stuff.
Yep, because they got money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, so they probably doing all kind of stuff. Because they be experimenting. So he probably told crazy under the influence, you know?
Yep.
And half of them don't even have no education, so they just, you know, I don't understand. They make us look bad. They really do.
Oh, yeah. Lord have mercy, they do.
They really, really do. And that girl, Yaya, she's so stupid. She going to jail if she don't stop. She might get out of this one because her father might got a little bit more money left. But according to 50 Cent, he don't have the dime, so I don't know who bailed out. Maybe her mama did.
I don't even know. But yep,
he's broke.
What's the old saying? A hard head make a soft ass. So.
A head make a soft ass.
And
her ass gonna be real soft chasing that D like that. Look what the D got these girls out here doing. They doing some crazy stuff.
Yep, terrible. And then on top of that, he gonna be faithful to her while she's locked up. No, she don't got a man like Papoose. You know what I mean? Papoose was holding it down for Remy Ma. She's not gonna get that. Anything else you gotta say?
1 in a million. Papoose is 1 in
a million,
honey.
For real.
Well, in the black community, he's 1 in a trillion.
Yes, he is.
I don't know. I don't think they get no better than Pat.
Yep.
He is such an ideal guy.
To hold you down while you locked up, that shit is the biggest thing.
I don't even think he cheated on Remy. I don't even think he cheated. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
For him to not only just hold her down and want her when she comes home and accepts her for everything that she did or didn't do and still with her, man, that speaks volumes right there about the type of man he is. And he let it be known. He loves love, and I love his love.
Amen to that. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling in.
It was so nice talking to you. I hope we can do this again.
We will.
I enjoy you. I love you so much.
I love you too.
You're so real. You remind me of me. You're so real.
Hey, we're not far from each other. We're not far from each other. You're in New York.
I used to live in Lithonia.
I don't live in Atlanta. I live right near, Boston and New York. I'm 4 hours away from New York, and I'm 30 minutes away from Boston.
Oh, I thought you was in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
I used to live I lived in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Amen. Springfield. Thank you so much.
Please, yes, and I hope we can do this whenever you have the number up. I'll call and you accept. We can kick it again.
Yeah, I do this every Sunday.
Okay. Because I'm fairly new to the channel, and I just saw the number tonight. So, yeah, I'll be calling.
Yep, I'll be here on Sunday. We got the corona, so I'll be in the house. I ain't got to work in the morning, so it is what it is.
Well, that's the part of Queens I live in, right? Corona Queens. Ooh.
You better stay your ass in the house. You better put a mask on and spray. You better just stay in the house.
I'm going out tomorrow. I've been in the house for 2 weeks. I'm going out tomorrow to the grocery store. I'm so scared. Oh my goodness.
If you have any vitamins, what I do is before I leave, like if I'm preparing to go, I just take mad vitamins. I got all these different type of vitamins that I take. So just take anything that's going to build up your immune system before you go out, and that's what I do. I take all my B12s, my vitamin C. These other pills are kind of a little bit like steroids, but they're not. And if you got orange juice, if you got some coconut water, some coconut, you got some ginger, if you got garlic.
Oh, you know what I meant to ask you? Did you like the coconut water from Goya from BJ the other day? I suggested you get.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't end up getting it. I end up getting the one that I originally went for because I ended up finding it after I got off live.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Only because, only reason why I didn't get it.
I was like, oh my God, she listened to me. She gonna try it. I was souped up over here.
No, I was going to try it, but only thing is, I don't take anything out of cans. I don't take anything out of the can or eat food because the cans, to keep everything preserved in a can, that's alumina and that's metal, and that gets into you, which causes diabetes. But if there was nothing else, I was going to get the Goya. But if it wasn't in a can, I would have kept it, but it was in a can.
Right, I gotcha. I see. I understand. But yeah, well, it was nice talking to you. Thanks for your time. And
Thank you.
Stay safe.
You too as well.
I'll talk to you next Sunday.
I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Peace.
Take care. Good night.
Good night to you too.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Oh, I'm here.
Thank you for holding. Cause I know you got to get what you got to get out. So, what else do you want to talk about relating to the show? Is there something else that you want to talk about too as well?
Oh, Eva, welcome back, Eva. Shoot,
I know.
Since you been back, and then she filmed her new baby.
Her baby was cute.
Baby. I know, and it's like now I wonder if she gonna bring any action towards the season now.
I know.
She gotta bring it at the reunion.
You hear what Cynthia said? When Cynthia said, please to the mother, don't let her get pregnant again.
Do I think she'll ever get pregnant again?
No, Cynthia was telling Eva's mother, don't let, Eva get pregnant again. Let her relax.
Oh, yeah.
Because people want to see. But Eva, she said something that was really good when she said, to, what's her name? Cynthia, that, you can choose to treat your friends any way that you want to treat your friends. So, because basically Cynthia was saying, well, Nene was calling me out because she feels like I treat Kenya and her differently. And so and Eva was like, well, you could treat your friends any way you want to treat your friends. I was like, look at Eva.
Now she's trying to bring that shade back slowly. But yeah, like I said, I hope that she got something for Nene though, because you can't start no fire with Nene and don't know how to put it out. And I'm telling you, she got Nene lit. But I heard that, I've seen on the internet that Nene did that song, I think March 3rd or March 4th.
Yep.
So she did it in early March. I think that Eva roast was a extra motivation to put it out when she did. I mean, that's the response. Instead of her waiting to put out the whole brand new spanking version, on the 12th or the 13th, I think that was a clapback at Eva roasting her.
I know. Hold on 1 second, Tony.
Call from Miss T. To accept.
Hey, Miss T.
Hey, girl, what's going on?
Nothing much. Can I put you on hold for a second?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you, and I will click back over. I got it. I know how to do it now. Lord have mercy. Right. Help me, Jesus. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. So continue.
Can you?
Yeah, what you was talking about. With Eva and Nene Leakes, putting out that diss track and having a motivation for it against Eva.
Oh, Oh yeah, well Kenya, I haven't heard her talk about Nene lately, but shoot, she thought about Kenya too. So I'm thinking Kenya probably the main reason why she put it all together.
Yeah, because Kenya was reading her on Instagram and talking about her. They was going back and forth. So I can't wait for the whole song to drop. I just can't wait. I want to listen to. I'm gonna dissect that song. Lord have mercy.
Me either. It's like it's a new episode coming on that Sunday because it's Easter Sunday.
I would have to check. I'm not sure. It in the previews it said next Sunday, so I'm assuming, but we'll see. If not, we got next week. But I believe it's coming on, even though it's Easter Sunday.
Yeah, and Candy also probably was some motivation too for that song. Because Cynthia, she ain't really been like at the beginning. She was roasting Mimi or doing interviews about her, but since they got back, cool, down. But Kenya and Eva, I think the song mainly about those three.
I can't wait. I hope they drop the names or give us clues who they're talking about so we could just know. Cause I want to see. I want to hear the song. I want to hear it. I just want to see how the production is and how they put everything together. And I'm just gonna see. And I want to see if Candy gonna jump on Wax. Candy might be getting a pen and a pad. Cause Candy made a song for Kim. So she can make a song for the girls that Nene Leakes dissing her song and then get together. And to me, it's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's not like it could go platinum. You never know, but it's for the fans. Really, it's for the fans.
Yeah, Candy, even Kenya probably gonna do a remix. Times 3 clapback. But the thing about Nene, at least Nene can stand on her own. She a leader. She can stand on her own. She can stand in her own lane. She don't need no backup. And Candy, we never heard Candy rap, but, what I'm saying? I think that Candy might need some backup, when it comes to clap back at Nene.
She might just put a whole production together because look at the money that she made for, Kim on Tardy to the Party. And it might just get her juices flowing. But I don't know if Todd is going to be upset because he wants her to focus on him and the baby. I don't know if she could be she's in the house now. She can write on the pen and the pad. But she might even think that this would be a genius idea to get the girls on a track too. And basically promote it and make money. Candy will make money.
Yeah, I wanted to, I think you inspire people to, follow or, subscribe to my channel because I was going to say, over a week ago, I had only 4 subscribers. Now I have 16 of them. And then more people are starting to view my videos. So, I want to thank you for, promoting my channel the way that you do because I think you inspire people to come check me out more.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad they do. You got good information over there. Good information and it's not biased information. It's not judgmental information. It's good information. And then, it's something you want to do. Why not do it? Why not try? Why not? I don't see why not. Shit. If there's a door open, get it.
Yeah,
but thank you.
Yeah, that's what you got to. Yeah, I can see why you call yourself Mary TV Creation because you are very creative and you are very motivational. You inspirational.
Oh, thank you so much. You are too with your stories and basically having a confidence and basically getting on camera because you don't understand. There's a lot of people that do want to create videos and do want to talk and everything else, but they don't. And there's this one lady that was telling me this story. That she gets in the mirror every day and she talks about what she's gonna say on YouTube and everything else like that, but she never hits the record button, and this has been going on for 4 years.
Dang, she could probably make money if she would have had the confidence.
Yep, it's not easy because you're going to get clapbacks. You're gonna get people that's gonna cuss you out. You're gonna get people that's gonna be rude, and sometimes the confidence. Sometimes people lack the confidence too as well.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care what people say about me, because number one, they don't know where I live at, you know, and they're not stupid enough to try to pop up on me, you know, because I do have ghetto and I mean, not a whole lot of street, but I do have some ghetto in me if I have to use it, and you know, so it's like I'm not bashing nobody. I don't put names out there, so if people don't like it, you know, or don't like what I'm saying, that's them, you know.
Exactly.
They don't have to watch.
You just ignore all the negativity, unless you know it's something that's constructional and is actually going to help, because there's sometimes people can drop down and give you some helpful information too as well. You just got to decipher which one's helpful and which one's negative, and the negative you just keep it moving, you just ignore and just keep it going, because you know you're not going to please everybody and you can't satisfy everybody, and it's just going to be what it's going to be, and everybody ain't going to like you. I learned that a long time ago.
Yeah. So, but like I said, my inspiration, and you motivate me to, you know, keep going, because it's like slowly but surely I'm getting, you know, subscribers, and you know that makes me want to do it even more, because it's like in a week and a half, I done got 12 more subscribers.
That's good. I'm glad. And it'll keep going as long as you keep putting out stuff. You know, you never know who's going to stumble on it. You never know what just might pop. And you just basically do your best and put your all into it and enjoy what you're doing. And then just keep it moving and keep it moving. Don't ever worry about the numbers. Don't ever worry about the subscribers. But always think that when you're putting out a video that, you know, this is going to be the #1 video, and you know what I say in this video is going to, you know, affect somebody and give information out, and that's basically it. And over time, it'll just build up on its own, because people like people that are authentic and real. And then as you go on, you're going to find your niche of what you exactly want to talk about and all the other things that you want to do. But the first thing to do is just get the videos out and talk. Get the videos out, talk, and basically get more comfortable with doing videos too as well.
Yeah, you know, I'm definitely going to take what you say, because like I said, tell me something, I use it, I put it in my head, like the hashtag. I think that's something that's been helping, the hashtag, and, you know, just uploading, like you say, because before, I was waiting like doing them like once a week or once every 2 weeks, but now, you know, I might try to do like 2 a week if possible. But like I said, I'm going to brainstorm and come up with more ideas, because I know there's more things I can talk about, you know.
Exactly. And you will. And you know, you're going to get the inspiration because it's something that you want to do. But Tony, I got somebody on the other end. I appreciate you waiting on hold. I appreciate you calling in. And I appreciate the compliment very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You have a good night, and I hope we can talk again soon.
Oh, we will. We might even talk Monday. We might talk Sunday. We might talk during the week, because, baby, we here. We got Corona out here. So, basically, we just all going to get to know each other a whole lot better.
Yeah, well, you can check out my Facebook page, too, if you want to.
I will. Check out your last video and just tell them what your video's about.
My video, I made some, like, about domestic violence, you know, TV personalities, you know, relationships, my school life, you know, and then just random, you know, videos at the beginning, talking in the bathroom about my mom and about my childhood a little bit. So, and then speaking up when you get sexually abused.
Tell everybody the name. Tell everybody the name of your channel, because they're asking for the name.
My name is Norris Tony.
So type in the chat. So type in the chat so they'll know, because they want to know your channel.
Okay, I'll do that now then.
All right, Tony. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to hit the like button too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right,
yeah,
peace.
You're welcome. Peace.
Peace. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Miss T. How you doing, baby girl? Thank you so much for waiting.
No worries. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to hear from you. How's everything going?
Girl, still alive.
Amen. Lord have mercy. Yes.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Anywho, girl, where you want to begin?
Where you want to start? Do you want to start with Candy, Kenya, Portia, Marlo?
Let's get the small ones out the way. So, when it comes to Marlo, I don't know. I really would like to see her do more, but what else does she have to give? You know, she's kind of throwing shade, but, you know, hiding her hand, too. I think she uses Nene as a crutch as well.
She's going to have to.
Yeah,
she's gonna have to. She's got the other ladies are opening up to her, but Nene is the one that's keeping it solid. You know, basically having her next.
She deserves that beat. I would love to see her life and follow her around. Yeah, that would be very interesting. Girl, I've been dying to know her real life story, but you know, I think that's all. She's not going to get the apology. She's not going to get anything. I don't really know if I believe that she's really doing the wig line. Is she really even doing that?
I asked that question last week. I asked the same question. Because Nene's promoting some other wigs. And, you know, if Marlo has a wig business, why isn't she supporting it? You know, and I don't check for Marlo to see if she's posting the stuff up on Instagram. Because most of them post up what they're selling and what they're doing on Instagram. But I always skip past her. I don't mean to, but it just happens.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing the most. First of all, Corona got them doing the most. I don't know. They're a lot, especially Nene. I think that track, though, once she dropped the whole thing, people they're gonna feel the way.
Oh, yes. I can't wait. I want to see how I feel. I know right now what I got, I like.
Right. I was vibing like, oh, okay. That's what's up. Yeah, I liked it. And, you know, every housewife, they always got to make a song. So. This ain't any different than if Don't Be Tardy and Money Can't Buy You Class and all that can make it.
Yep, yeah. She can make one too. Why not?
I do feel bad for, let's jump on Kenya. I don't know. I feel bad for her. I think it's hard for people to relate to her and to really empathize for her right now just because of how she's been in the past. But she really still doesn't deserve, you know, what's going on. I didn't even know he had that many clothes. Like, when did all these come?
That's the same thing I said. Last time it was...
shocked about that. You couldn't find nothing in this closet to wear that stupid thing we did, the event, nothing.
No,
you had all those options up. You had all them options upstairs that night. Girl, bye.
He wanted something special. He wanted her to run around town and pick him up an outfit. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, she better be careful. Did they have a prenup? They had
no prenup. Yep, that's right. I forgot to mention that. No prenup.
That ain't good.
But she's gonna try to put everything in a trust. But if he is owed if he can file for spousal support or anything else like that, he probably could. But I don't know how much money he makes. And she says she makes more than him. But since she hasn't met his family, you know what I mean? He might be hiding a whole lot more money from her that she don't even know about. And if he can do that, he's probably hiding a whole lot. But most likely, if Kenya probably got an investigator, you know what I mean? Because it's over, and she probably saying you ain't gonna take what I have and take what I have away from our child. So hopefully.
Oh yeah, he gonna try. He's extra petty. Oh, he gonna try.
That's what she said. He said he tries to destroy her when they argue. So you already know.
Oh yeah, it's happening. He coming for you. And then let's say right now, because it's he got restaurants, right? So he's gonna be
he's gonna be real desperate for some cash for a little while.
Oh, that is absolutely right. And in New York, if he's not able to make food and deliver, that is true.
He's gonna need money from somewhere. Yeah. She should have got a prenup. I can't even fathom why. I mean, I know y'all was in love, but really? Like, how much in love, like you said? I can't meet your family. I don't know. I have issue with that. Why can't I meet them? Like, what's the reason? What's the reason? But you want me to be your wife and I'm so important. Those two things contradict themselves. So, I mean, I guess she was just desperate. She heard them 40s were knocking and she just had to have a child, I guess, by any means necessary. And I think she put her blinders on, and when she opened her eyes, it was a little too late. But she always kind of attracts that same kind of man. That's the same way that what's his name? That little boy. Now, he didn't have money, but he used to talk to her real crazy and reckless too.
The mechanic guy. Oh, Matt Jordan?
Yeah, Matt used to talk to her real reckless. And you remember her fake Walter talked to her crazy too. She has a bad track record, and it's unfortunate, but I don't see her getting out of that rut. Like, we are who we are at this point. She's lived her life, so I don't see too much changing. I think she's going to still attract, unfortunately, the wrong kind of person. I really do. And that's why she kind of sabotaging, like, hurt people. I think if she was in a better place with her marriage and everything was crystal and great, I think she would be more apt to take the forgiveness from Nene, or at least work it out or talk about it. I think she'd maybe have her friends back a little bit more instead of being all in her head when Cynthia needed her. So I think that if her life and her marriage was crystal, I think Kenya would be like a whole different person right now. Especially when it comes to these grudges that she's holding on to. Because again, the Buffalo situation is not that serious. It's not that serious. Y'all could get over it if you want to. If you really want to.
I think it's more money and beefing.
Exactly. They like that. It's going to be interesting. I was thinking that the reunion might not be good, but actually, if they do it right, it really could be one of the best situations ever. If they're able to mute somebody, everybody's going to be able to have a chance to actually speak. I'm going to be all for that. But if they can't figure out a way to, like, control the whole situation, it's going to be a hot mess. But if they can mute Nene, okay, she said what she needed to say. Of course, you got 2 minutes. All right, then everybody, they might actually get to the root of the problem.
And that would be good.
Yeah, so fingers crossed on that one. Secondly, I wanted to, this is so off topic, but it's been bothering me that the Love and Hip Hop Miami, why? So they basically just used Jocelyn's name, right? That's pretty much, because she never was on, she was on 2 episodes, she was never on any more than that stupid little pig thing, and that was it, right?
I don't know if she left the show or they was only I believe that maybe she just didn't want to film anymore, and she's filming Marriage Boot Camp. So I don't even know. They only had her on 2 episodes, unless she didn't agree to the shit and she was like, I'm moving forward, because she didn't want the drama. She didn't want to deal with Tip. She didn't want to deal with Prima Donna, and she probably just felt like whatever. And I guess Mona was like, you know what, it's all good. You could break your contract again. Because, Jocelyn didn't have a lot of nice things to say before Love and Hip Hop Atlanta started, when she was doing, interviews on the Breakfast Club and other places. She, basically she was down in Mona. So I guess they knew that she was only going to be on 2 episodes, but they promoted like she was going to be on there. So yeah, they played us.
Right. Yeah, Jackie coming back. She made 2 lines and exit stage left. Girl, bye.
That's it.
But, that's all they gave her. That's all they gave her. And then the NBA YoungBoy thing, I just really feel that I feel bad for Flora's daughter for a couple of reasons. Like, it's clear that, girls when they grow up, the first man they should see is their dad, and they should correlate. And that's how you judge other men, right, for the rest of your life. So clearly, the lesson that she got from her father was the wrong message. And now she's with somebody who really doesn't care about her, but is just using her. Like, I don't even understand how this is possible. And then isn't the girl, the baby mama, she was pregnant, right?
Yeah, she was pregnant at the time.
Right. So that's it.
Yep, she was pregnant at the time. Well, so when she got stabbed, she was pregnant.
Right. So then you knew about her. Clearly, if you're the fiance or whatever your title is, the main one, you would know about her, right? Like, this shouldn't be a shock.
It wasn't a shock. No, she knew that she was pregnant, and this girl, Jacob, she has been around, but when you fighting for your man, you fighting for your man. Even if he's not your man, you're going to fight for him, because the first thing they do is go after the girl because, they're upset. They filled with rage. They filled with hormones. They just pissed. And so, she wanted anything to get her out the house because she probably couldn't stomach this woman in the house with the man that she loves. And then she's pregnant by him, sleeping in that bed. So, she got kicked out the house. She came back in the house and had an altercation with, Jacob, and, stabbed her, and then got locked up, got out of jail, and went right back to that man, and he had her laying there. So the girl that was pregnant that got stabbed up, if she have any sense, she won't go back to him. She'll keep it moving because she got stabbed up. He didn't protect her or his security people that was there. And now she's in the hospital. He ain't even in the hospital with the girl that got stabbed that's pregnant. Right. He's back at home arguing on Instagram about Kodak Black, DJ Academics, and Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly. And then you woke her up to help you make your point. Like, what do you do? Wake up. Like, what do you... No, I don't know why I'm being woken up for you to make your point. Like, he just was going off for no reason. And it seems phony because, you didn't even help her get out of jail? You didn't stop her? So, when this was going on, you were just standing there? Like, I don't understand how you even allow that to get like that. That's crazy. And if you already knew the tension, now, is the pregnant girl in bed with him? Like, what are the boundaries? Clearly they had no boundaries.
He doesn't have no boundaries. He has multiple. They're not the only 2. It's multiple of them. And then the ones that ain't even pregnant. So, he's a meal ticket to a lot of the women too as well, because they don't see no future, and they see a future with him and his money, and then Yeah,
it's like he's grooming them like R. Kelly, like dangling that carrot and brainwashing them.
And making them popular, too. He's making them popular on Instagram. He's making them popular. They got their Instagram, famous. They got all types of stuff that they're doing online, too, as well, being connected with him and dating him. You even got, Catch Me Outside girl. She done tattooed his name on her, so he got them wide open.
That's crazy. And for what? And then I heard he has herpes and everything, so...
Yep, yeah. I like I said, I never seen anybody in line to catch the ushers. I never seen nobody in line to catch the ushers. So, Kay, I think, he bailed her out. I don't know if he bailed her out, but...
I heard her daddy bailed her out. That's what I heard.
I heard the daddy bailed her out, and then I heard that he bailed her out. So, I don't know who bailed... One thing is, she's home in the bed with him.
Yeah, that's another thing. How the hell... So you've forgiven him that quickly? Like, I'm confused. What are you doing? And who said that was a great idea? Like Floyd, if he bailed her out, clearly he knows about it. Like you have nobody on your team that's like, no, that's not where you need to go home or to a hotel or something. There's nobody on your team that could have said that to you. It's insane to me. Clearly you don't have anybody really on your team. And I don't think you and your daddy are close. So
the way he cussed out her father on Instagram, the way he was talking about F that dude, you couldn't be my man talking about my mother or my father.
Right.
He don't got no respect. They don't got respect for themselves, and he don't got no respect for them.
Like, my dad is like a professional boxer. Who does that?
He's a legend. He is not just a boxer. He's a legend. Even though Floyd doesn't have the greatest reputation, but still, you don't be out here disrespecting my father on Instagram like that.
Well, my daddy could really put them paws on you. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. And it just shows you again where he values her and the whole situation. I mean, the writing's on the wall, poor baby, but again, nobody's really in her corner, really truly got her back to be like, you can do better. This is stupid. It's like Lori Harvey, like, you have all of this money and opportunity at your fingertips, and what are you doing? Running behind this man with 12 kids by 5 different women. Like, it's crazy. So it feels like that same situation. Because he's got, how many baby mamas? He's got a couple of them. So.
But you know what? They don't give themselves enough time. They think it. They think that they're young. They think it's the end or the be all. Like I can't live without this person. I can't be without this person. And then they end up developing an unhealthy, type of fixation on the person where they feel like they can't live without them. And then boom, they will put up with any and everything and fight, beat down, put somebody 6 feet under to be next to their partner.
Really, that's exactly what they do. Oh, just let me jump back on this. I think Candy and Todd, I think Todd's been feeling the way since that whole prenup situation. I think Todd has been feeling the way because lightweight, she does emasculate him quite a bit. I've seen different. She'll say different things. It's just the way. Even that whole prenup before their wedding, she was she didn't approach it right to him. It was just like, you need to sign it. I don't have any money. And wasn't it like 20 minutes before they were supposed to get married, he finally signed it? Am I right?
I don't know.
Like, he took forever to sign it. Like, he was pissed. He took forever. So I think that on top of his mama and the way she was treated, I think that Todd is low-key good on being the bum. And I think that's why he's got his hand in so many things. Like, he's just trying to prove himself.
Yep.
Still.
He's still trying to. And that shit is boiling up inside.
Yeah, because that's your real feelings. We could have had this conversation a while ago. Now that we had the baby, now I need to slow down? Really? That's why I was like, I wonder how many nannies they have. Because clearly, y'all weren't worried about slowing down. I mean, I didn't even know that was, y'all would even talk about that as an option. Because y'all don't even, seem to have real time for Ace. Like, I really don't even see that. Isn't that what Riley was saying, too? Like, y'all don't have time.
Nope. They don't have time.
But, that's what her daughter told her. Y'all don't have time for another baby. And I don't know. It's weird to me. It's just like they're starting over again. It's okay. When you got these other 2 daughters that you're not really, they're on 2 different spectrums. I don't know. I was Todd and kids and the way he treats them and raises them is kind of scary. It's a little bit of a red flag. but you know, if he's not too good. He's not the best father to the one he's already got. I think, of course, Ace will do better because it's a boy and you're in the household, but still, his track record on Daddy he's not Daddy of the Year. He's not getting that award.
Not when it comes to Kayla. Not at all. When Candy's on TV begging and hoping that she could help Kayla out, but Tada's like, no. And he clearly won't speak to her, won't talk to her.
There's no way that little girl should be looking like that. Like, she really did look thrown away and unloved. I just remember that one time she had that ponytail in, and it was the wrong color from her real hair, and it just looked like it had been in there a day too long, you know, and she looked thrown away. She really did. But yet, the others are dressed to the nines, you know, and Riley is looking to me like, I don't understand. But it's like her father, I think, like you said, her father doesn't really care. Or maybe he's not seeing it. I don't know. But yeah, there was no reason for her to be not on their same level. And I definitely think that she just went to New York to get away. Just since you're not going to help me anyway, I might as well. And I didn't even hear him, I didn't hear anything about him saying, congratulations when she did, because she got something with Mona Scott or something. I never even heard him, say, I'm proud of you for that, or congratulations, nothing.
He might have did it privately. Never know.
Yeah, you're right.
He might have did it privately, but he clearly can go 2 to 3 weeks without talking to his daughter. So that's not a good sign or care about what's going on with her.
At all. At all.
Yo. Okay. And Candy, wanted to help her, and basically, she was there to drop her off and everything. Candy is basically, she's not like one of them women that, would help the husband mistreat his own child because they don't like the child because it comes from another woman. So it's clearly that Candy's not that type of person, so that's cool too. So that's a good situation, because if she was kind of like, she gets on my nerves, like, oh my goodness, she's like, she won't do this, she won't do that, he'll co-sign. That's what it seemed like.
I can't lie though, I would probably still do a little bit more than she was doing, and just on the back end, if I'm going to, I would include her anyway, at least for hair appointments and stuff like that. I would kind of just include her anyway. And when she comes home with her hair done, then I guess we can go from there. But I mean, I get that Candy couldn't do a whole bunch, but I do feel like she maybe could have done it a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Since you are the stepmom, if you literally, what would he have done if you just took the girl with you when y'all went to get your hair done, and he came back? Would he have fussed? Would he have what do you think he would have done? Because me personally, I would just take her anyway. I'm gonna respect some of your wishes, but if her hair needs to be done and I'm going to the hairdresser or whatever, I'm gonna bring her. I'm gonna bring her with me. But I don't know. Do you think that's overstepping, or do you think Candy could have done more?
I think Candy did express that she tried to do more for her, but she's busy. The little girl's busy running around doing what she's doing in Atlanta too as well. Because Candy was like, because she receives a lot of backlash for that one episode that she looked, like she didn't belong, and she said, she explained it some way somehow. But there's multiple times that girl done been on camera looking like, she is not a part of that house. Like, her looks don't match with the house. Her youngest daughter looks matched with the house. Even Ace looks matched with the house. Candy looks matched with the house, But she could just be different, and basically, I don't know. But I don't know any young girl her age don't want to look fly.
Right. Like, no, I don't want that.
Because if they're in the books, they're usually in school. You know, if they're in the books or they're like in some sports or activities, then you understand. But we didn't see nothing about her being in sports or any type of activities like that, or being like a
Right.
bookworm, because she didn't even. He wanted her to go to college, or I don't know, something with college. She didn't want to go to college or whatever. So you know, I don't know what's going on. She probably just, but she lived with them and everything. She was living with them for a while. She had her own room, and he was okay to turn that room upside down once she left.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, he done put up the whole new, another project. Like, really, your 30 rooms, you couldn't let her stuff just, you couldn't wait to erase her. I don't know. It's weird. It's like he wants to just kind of like put her in a box and kind of like forget about her. It's like he just doesn't have time. Clearly. He just doesn't have time for it. And I know he just came into her life, at the end, like, how long has he been in her life? Like a couple of years now, right? Like, at the beginning, he wasn't there. He didn't know. But since he has found out, I don't think that he's making up well for lost time.
No, he probably don't even know how.
Yeah. I believe that.
Because some men, like when a kid get a certain age, they feel like, you know what, why even bother? They're an adult already, they feel like. You know what I mean? But if they're younger, they're more enthusiastic about trying to be there, change the perception, and be there to protect them. But sometimes when they get older, some men just be like, they're an adult now. Peace. I'll talk to you when I talk to you, but there's not really much I could do because you done already been raised and got your thoughts, and I haven't been there, even though it's not his fault.
Right.
They be ready to be like, you're an adult now.
Definitely, yeah. I think he could still approach her as trying to have a better friendship relationship, or even any type. Like, come on, I get it. I can't sit here and give you all this fatherly advice, but I can at least gain your trust and become your friend. Maybe I could give you some friendly advice once in a while. Like, I just don't even think he put forth enough effort. Well, I think he just like, oh, well, I moved her down here and she's living in the house, so I'm a great dad. I did it. I don't think he really pushed himself to get to know the true her. That's what I think. But he's too busy doing all this other stuff, so I guess there's that. But, and what else? Eva, I hope Eva keeps this thing. Again, I'm all for Eva. I don't want her. I don't think she should be off the show per se. Now, I've watched other Housewives, and they've had people pregnant on those different spin-offs, and they participated in way more things than she did. So,
I know.
Monique Samuels was in there participating her butt off. Her whole, she freaking pretty much was working and popping up the stuff. She was managing to do it. So I don't know. I feel like she kind of used that as her crutch. Like, oh, I got a doctor's note. She just used her little doctor's note to the extreme. Because I do believe there's more stuff that she could have went to and been, okay, Greece maybe not. But there's tons of other things that you could have done or participated in with the ladies, but you really didn't. So I don't think she really put. Next season, to stay on, she's really gonna have to do something. Because we're not over, but we've seen the babies, we get it. You and your baby daddy, good luck with that. But other than that, and then wait, so they had this video going around on YouTube, and it was showing like all of the housewives' houses, and it shows Eva's house playing. It's like a little drone, so they give you the whole area view and everything. So while I'm watching this, I'm like, didn't she say that she needs to keep her address and all of that on the down low? Because this man's crazy. Didn't she say that?
I don't know if I don't think she put out her house. Other people did. That wasn't her doing. Somebody, because you can get a drone, and I know a lot of people that got drones, and they just go look and see who's at your house chilling. They be doing the most.
Well, if he was smart enough, he's his own worst enemy, though. If he's painting himself, he's not helping. He's not helping the situation with all that I am God and all this extra foolishness that he's doing. McCoy, he'll never see that little girl acting in the crazy way he's acting right now. But that would be a good storyline for her going forward. That would be something that would actually put some interest. Other than that, I really don't. I don't know what else she's gonna do. I see her like trying her hardest now. I feel like now she's like, uh-oh, you're right. I was only in 1.5 episodes, so let me spark up something right now on Facebook. Like I just like okay, now you have beef, and now it's a thing back and forth. But you're not gonna keep that same energy, didn't you? Matter of fact, on the one episode that you was in, didn't you make up with Nene? She did.
They did make up, but you know.
So where did we go? I mean, I wasn't in any other episode. I wasn't there for anything else. So where did we go wrong?
When Nene jumped on at her interview and said they probably wasn't cool anyway.
Oh, when she said that she could replace. Okay,
when she was born.
When I got in my thing. Oh, okay. So when you told the truth about me in the season, that's when I got okay. So then I retaliate by doing a fresh stage. And then Nene wants to do a body challenge? Like, what? I was like, no, don't do that.
She did the face challenge. The face challenge was pretty decent.
And then Nene was like, let's show our bodies. It was interesting because a lot of them girls, besides Candy, did anybody else do it?
Which one? The face challenge?
Uh-huh.
They all did it. They all
did
it. Yep, they all did it. But Portia Williams said that her challenge, you know, she's just doing it to show her face and blah, and third, but she's not participating in the challenge. She's just doing something just to show women how beautiful and blah, blah, blah. Because Portia and, you know, Eva, they ain't beefing, but they ain't cool.
Oh, so I can't get in on that. And why are they? Why are they? Because she talked out and about her scar and needing to mind the business. That's why they're not cool.
Because Eva says things and you know, and she backtracks. Eva don't stand into it. It's clearly that she was talking shit about Portia, but she denied it. And then Portia was kind of pissed off, like, you know, what you talking about? You know, Portia was mad when she said, oh, you need to pay attention to the blogs, blase and the third. And then Eva said that she didn't do it. And then, you know, Eva came for, you know, nappy heads. And Eva said nappy heads, this and that. And then she said, you know, right. And Eva said that her baby looked just like her daddy. Basically, you know, people felt like she was saying that the baby's ugly. So...
She got nappy hair too. Yeah, I wasn't talking about you. I was just saying in general. Right. Okay, so that's where that fake beef came from. Okay. And I'm just like, some of these things, that's what I'm saying. Either they're going to have to put in some new blood next year, or they're going to have to shake things up. Because we've seen I feel like all these storylines between them, this one being mad, this one being mad, like, it's only going to take us so far. I really think they need to definitely bring somebody back.
They need to bring Phaedra back. That's who they need.
I'd love to see Phaedra back, but I'm telling you, as long as...
And Shamia will be... Not Shamia. The other one. Shamari and Phaedra need to come back.
Shamari was the one that loved to party, wasn't it?
Yeah, so she can clean up her reputation and basically, you know, because she left the show looking like she's a drunk. And I clearly know that she's probably not a drunk because she got twins and shit like that. But she was probably nervous because of filming.
Yeah, trying to blow off some steam. She enjoyed her filming.
She
Yeah,
was. She was having a good time.
That open bar was happening. And then she was only what, $1.05 wet, so it only took like 2 drinks and she was done. Yeah, I think that it would be nice to see her kind of get a second chance. Phaedra is never gonna happen as long as Candy is their favorite. I don't see Phaedra ever happening. I really don't. I think Candy's gonna keep blocking that. I really do. Like, I just don't see her being able to. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do know why, but eventually, how many years? How was that? 2 years ago that they did that whole thing about the drug up Phaedra. I mean, Portia and all that. Wasn't that about two years ago?
A few years ago. It was a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So you've been able to get over it with Portia, and she's the one, the dumb buddy that believes. That's my other thing. I always was like, really, Portia? Like, this is about you. Like, do you believe it? Like, how are you amazed and don't have a say-so and can't see this for what it is when it's about you? Like, it's literally about you. So either you remember them doing something inappropriate or you don't. Like, nobody could tell me about a rumor about me. How does that work? How do I believe you about a rumor about me? And then I tell the other person, because I believe the rumor that you told me, but it's about me. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. So if she can get over Portia, I think that Phaedra definitely deserves a second try. She really does. And all the drama she got with Apollo, yeah, that would be TV gold. That would be TV gold.
That would be, to have Apollo and Phaedra back on the show would be Apollo, Phaedra, Shamari. And you know what? You just said, bring back Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan, I wouldn't mind for her to come back either. And Sheree could come back, and we can find out what happened to the boyfriend that was locked up in jail if we don't already know.
Yeah. He's still in jail, ain't he? Girl, bye.
The whole season was her talking to her man while he was locked up and having counselor coming in.
Her looking real desperate and stupid. Like, seriously, you just built this big old house and all you can do is collect calls. What are you doing? What are you doing?
She couldn't find a piece of man, a half a man. Like, what the fuck?
Like, you saw her kid. Girl, I'll never forget her daughter's face when she told her. She was like, "You serious?"
I know. Her kids are really good. Like, she couldn't find nobody. There's a hole in man on a corner that she could be filming with, clean his ass up. We was listening to collect calls. I ain't in high school no more. I don't talk to nobody. I ain't in high school no more. My boyfriend ain't in training school or reform school. Like, what the hell? What are you doing at your age on the phone?
Playing these games. Like, seriously. Stop. I already knew you was a gold digger and something was wrong with you, because be very clear. That what is her ex-husband's name? He would never, ever get her attention. That NFL got her attention, because that man is a hot, angry mess. I cannot see him looking. No, she did that for what it was in the check, and then you're gonna let that cheat on you? Like, what? Like, what? So her whole thing has been messed up. So I don't know. I think she just needs. She's looking for love in all the wrong places too. Like, she just got a bad track record. But they collect calls from inmates and cell block D is not the way to go. You better worry about that house. Like, what else does she have going on? You better do She by Sheree or something.
Something. If Nene's supporting Kim, If Kim gets back on the show, that's gonna be horrible. And then that means Kim is gonna bring Sheree back, so that will open the door to Sheree. I don't know how cool Sheree and Nene Leakes are. I don't never hear Nene bring up Sheree.
Yeah, I don't think they had any beef. I really don't want to. I'm good on Kim. Now, we can find us a different down white girl. Like, that's not the only down white girl.
They can find anybody but her. Anybody but her.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, I've seen her. You gave her a chance, and what did she do? Cause havoc with everybody for no damn reason, and then acted like she had no clue what any of y'all were talking about. So I'm good on Kim. I'm good on her tribe of kids and her husband. I'm good on all of that. I don't need to see her daughter getting more inflated. I saw a picture of her oldest daughter. Like, she just looks like a carbon copy of Kim. Just plastic. So, yeah, I'm good on Kim. I think that's a storyline that's been beaten to death. Clearly, you and Nene have something, and you guys can go back and forth and be friends, not friends, but I'm done watching that, because that doesn't even make any sense. I'm good on that. So I hope not. I hope that they don't. I don't know. Andy was not feeling her at that reunion. Andy was not happy with her when he had to come backstage and explain to her simple ass why everybody was upset. When she was talking about they were jumping on her. Remember Andy was like, well, I mean, you've been talking crap all season. Like, he didn't have time for the foolishness with Kim. So I don't know. I feel like he's kind of good on her, personally. It seemed like everybody was just kind of over it. All she did was talk about this one to this one, talk about that. That's all she did. She didn't bring anything else to the season. And then she wouldn't back it up. So all of a sudden, everybody was picking on her. Okay.
Yep, that's true. Anything else you'd like to say before we go?
I cannot. I'm trying to think. You going? I need a go live schedule with you, girl. Like, I don't know. When are you going? When are you going, like, live again? What's tomorrow? Are you going live for the Love and Hip Hop?
Yes.
Or are you just gonna
I'm gonna go live for Love and Hip Hop. I don't know which one I'm gonna go live for. I don't know if I'm gonna go for Atlanta, or I don't know if I'm gonna go for Love and Hip Hop Miami because of the reunion. It all depends on what the reunion. Which one I feel is better, I'm gonna go for. So, but I'm gonna definitely go live tomorrow. I don't know which one I'm gonna pick.
That one has the most drama, huh?
Yep. The one that gets me popping, the one that gets me like, I'm feeling like this right now. That one.
If Trina about to go ham on somebody else, they might steal the cake, because that was she drugged that little girl. So
Carnival said ATL.
At the reunion, Trina talked to that what was that little girl? Nikki Natural. She read her. She read her for Phil.
And her kids, like, she could have read her. I just didn't appreciate the way she read her kids.
Yeah, she shouldn't have put them in it. But she had every right to be angry with the girl. Like, that didn't make any sense. So let's hope. I don't know. We'll see. That one might be good. But Carly probably gonna be. Are they gonna fight again? Because I saw Carly was tussling with somebody, or that was just maybe a reminder. Because I don't know what they doing next week. Or is somebody gonna fight? What? It's probably gonna be Bambi with that fake storyline with her friend. So we'll have to see. But no, that's it. I'll be in attendance, yeah. We'll talk tomorrow.
Yep, I'm gonna go live for ATL. I guess ain't nobody worried about Trina and Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Ain't nobody over it.
Yep.
I mean, they did the most. Saw them damn outfits, like, they did the most. That's the one thing. This is my last thing. Why? When it's a reunion, does everybody have to pull out the work? Like, they overdo it. I need the big earrings. I need the bright shirt. I need the big hair. Like, it's it's too much. They look like overpowered. Like I felt, Amara is such a pretty woman. I just felt.
Oh, that dress was horrible. That hairstyle was horrible. It was a mess.
Yeah, it was too much. It like was taking over her. And it's like they always do that. They always want to make their outfit for the reunion. They put on everything they think is hot, and they always overdo it. They look like about to fall over. So that's just my commentary on that. Because I don't know. I see it on every. If you really think about it, every reunion show. That maybe this one they're gonna do with the Housewives at the house. They always do the most. They really do. But I'm here for it, so we'll see.
All right, thank you so much for calling in.
All right, my dear, you stay good.
You too as well. Stay safe, baby. Stay safe. Amen.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, stay safe out here in these streets. This corona shit is a mess. Also, Mike Carter was in the building. Please, subscribe to Mike Carter YouTube channel too as well. Okay, I did miss some phone calls. Misty, if you still here, call. Like, shit. So we'll see what happens with Miami. I don't know what else are they gonna do with Miami. I guess maybe they'll go with Joy and Trick Daddy. I don't know if Trina actually really left the building. Or is Prima Donna gonna wild out? Who else had a storyline? Oh, so I think what's her name might be coming back, which would be Nikki Natural, because I know she has to face off when it comes to Hood Brat and K Millions and Sukiana. Oh, my bad, Tia. I didn't even see you. Hey, this is the line didn't even click over. My bad, Tia. I'm sorry about that. It didn't even click over. I didn't hear like the click in. My bad, Tia. Thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate it, Tia. I didn't even hear it. Cause I wasn't looking down at the phone. I should have been looking down at the phone. So we will see what these cast the characters are gonna bring. But everybody's on IG wilding out. I know. It's like a ghost town here in New Zealand. I know. I seen the link that you left. There's a lot going on in New Zealand. They're having their cases out there too. Good night, Tia. My bad. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I didn't even hear the click over. It didn't even say like somebody was calling or nothing. It was just quiet. So I would have clicked over. My bad, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I would have clicked over. Because you be going in. You don't play around. Each and every details about these mother suckers. Everything. Good night to you, too. And my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is late. It's 3:45. Lord have mercy. Thank you, sweetheart. Stay blessed. Everybody stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay up. Stay woke. Stay protected. And do what you can, because I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if we're ever going to go back to normal. I want to go back to normal. I hope one day that we can actually go back to normal. I hope one day that, this coronavirus will actually disappear and never ever come back. That's what I really hope happens. And we can get back to normal. At least being able to, talk to people and not wearing a face mask. But who's actually going to trust anybody when they say, oh, thank you, Mike Carter. I didn't even know. I didn't see you. But please subscribe to Mike Carter YouTube channel. Please show him some love and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Good night to you too, y'all. Good night. Thank you so much for your commentary in the comments. I really do appreciate it. You was killing it. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. But so I just hope when they tell us that we don't have to wear masks, or are people still gonna not wear masks? Like if the government says, they get on TV and say, hey, listen, you don't have to wear a mask. How many people still gonna wear their masks? How many people still going to, wear gloves and shit like that? I don't know. I know I probably would. I don't trust nothing that they say. Basically, good night to you too, sweetheart. Good night. Thank you, T. I appreciate that. I don't know what people I don't know if we're gonna just be like, okay, they tell us that everything is safe and we're not gonna wear gloves and masks. Are we still gonna want to be? I'm wearing mine. That's what I'm thinking. I'm still wearing mine. No matter. Oh, thank you, Tony. I'm still wearing mine. I don't know, man. I just can't believe that. What's going on? Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just really, every time you turn around, it's just something just more crazy. And just talking to, healthcare workers, in like 3 different states, they all have the same complaints. They don't have enough gear. They don't have masks. They don't have enough gloves. They don't have enough, isolation units where they can actually put patients in the isolated area. Patients are coming up on floors that assume they might have the corona, or they do have, and they're being sent up to a floor and they don't have a mask or anything else like that. And the floor that they're sent to, are with other people that don't have corona, and the staff don't know, so they're walking back and forth past this patient, and they don't have our mask. Some of them do, some of them don't, and they don't have like the mask to protect themselves, and they're running off of. Oh, that's good, Tony. And so it's a situation, and I have family members and loved ones that are working, on the front line, and it's just crazy. They're working on the front line in different states. This shit is real. So I'm just hoping that at least a little bit of normalcy. I don't know if we're ever going to get that again. Just like what 9/11 happened with, you can't bring certain items on a plane. They basically profile certain people that are getting on the plane. And there were so many things implemented when 9/11 happened, and it changed America. But this right here is something totally different, where no one's safe. It's not just one particular building, one particular place, and you can kind of, suspect who the terrorist is, or, they have like technology and information and intelligence to find out like who is who traveling here, there, blah, and the third. But with this, disease and this virus that is actually airborne, it's not really one you can do. This is one of my favorite channels. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, to you, because you know everything. You don't play around. You know everything. You don't play around. You got the ins and the outs, baby. And I really do appreciate that, for real, for real. I really do appreciate that. You've been supporting me for years now. Like, shit, you ain't never turned your back on me. It's been cool. Like, you always kept it 100. Always kept it 100. Oh, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Did you watch any new shows you like? I watched 20s. That new show, 20s, I watched that show. I love that show. Thank you so much, Mike Carter. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. There's a new show, 20s, that come on BET. It's by Latha Waite, the same lady that wrote The Shy. That show, 20s, for some reason, I really like that show. I just haven't had a chance to catch up on Waka Flocka and Tammy, because I just want to see. So much shit has happened but the show 20s. Yes, years I never unsubscribed. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm staying inside. I bet you are, Miller. Yes, I know, T. It's been years. I appreciate that shit so much. The new show 20 it comes on BET. And that show, I don't know, I just like that show with the ladies and what they're going through. And one of the guys, the girl that's married to the man, her husband likes to, he likes bisexual porn. And now she didn't even know that he might be possibly bisexual. So I really like that show. I got that one and catched up on the old snow. Did Snowfall come out again? I had stopped, reviewing that show. And as soon as I stopped reviewing the show, the playlist for that show blew up to like so many different numbers. And it's just like, I fell back so much on Snowfall. So I got to catch up on Snowfall. If it's starting, let me see if it's starting again, because I was reviewing that show and I wasn't getting any view. I mean, like, it was really bad. So I just had stopped reviewing it. And then before you know it, that is like my highest rated playlist out of all the playlists that I do have. And that's like the highest rated. So many people watching. I'm getting like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments on Snowfall. I'm like, damn, I didn't even finish the season. The last thing I left off with Snowfall is, him getting shot. I was like, damn, when he got shot, and he got shot by the girl that he was trying to save, I was just like, damn, this is just crazy. So I don't even know if a whole new season started. I'm checking right now. But Snowfall was my shit with the music and everything else. But it would barely even get like 20 views. When Franklin got shot, that's the last thing. Teddy's crazy. So I have to catch up on things, but it's just like there's so much going on at home and so much things I have to do. I got the one and catched up on Snowfall. I'm going to watch the show. I watched the Shy at BET stopped watching Boomerang because how they did Eddie Murphy's character. Oh yeah, I watched it. I couldn't get into it. People say that one of the best shows, Snowfall. It is, but nobody would click on it when I used to review it. And then reviewing Snowfall is a whole different ball game than reviewing all these other shows. Like, the shit is deep. And then when you watch Snowfall, you got to know the history of the shit that they're talking about. And thank God I know all the history of everything that Snowfall, talks about, and all the movements and things that happen in California. Where is Snowfall? It's on FX and it's on Hula. And it's so hard and so many shows, I know, but that show is not like, that show is not an easy show to review, and then they have the best characters. Everybody plays their part, and great actors too as well. But knowing the history of Mexico, the Mexican gangs, and California, because I used to live out there too as well, and then learning the history that they talk about on Snowfall, my parents and my aunts, my uncles, they taught me all that stuff growing up too as well. So it was like, oh my God, it was like I was reliving like everything I had learned. And then like even the way that they dress and the characters on the show, and I go and I look at pictures. That's how my mom used to dress. That used to be the other dude looks like my mom ex-boyfriend. That was my shit then. I don't know. But now it's like one of my highest rated playlists that is, got crazy views. And I don't know, out of nowhere. And I'm like, damn, I haven't even finished the last season. But yeah, that was my show. And they play the best music. And Cold Case, Cold Case is a new show that I watch too as well. And they play the best music. Then I just started watching, the challenge. I watched the challenge again. Yes, review Tammy and Walker show. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because I just want to see how they're going to be. Because, we always say, oh my God, they deserve their own show. And I say that too as well. But I haven't even watched it because the corona came. My work hours changed. And then, I'm at home working and then taking care of the family at the same damn time. And I'm getting 8 out of a house and a home. I get why Waka Flocka Flame is mad at Tammy because he spent so much money on her album and it's taking so long. Yeah, I got to catch up on that. Yeah, Snowfall is my shit. I love Snowfall, let me tell you. Oh my goodness. And then you got, characters from different shows that I love, having, and then John Singleton, it was one of the producers of the show, and then having him die, that was another thing. And, you know, but they did have John Singleton's son on the show on the last season that I watched too. But they did everything right for that show, in my opinion. Robin Given don't support Boomerang. She said she won't watch Boomerang, the TV series. It just doesn't feel like the movie. It's not funny. They shouldn't have never named it that. No, it's not funny. It's not funny. And it was just weird. You know, and I know the actors could probably act a lot better than, but I'm assuming I'm assuming that they want them to, you know, be that type of way, be like that. Because like their characters doesn't even match the way that they look, the way that they act, and it's just like, and it just seems mad weird. It doesn't even seem like, I watched like 3 episodes of it, and I watched Sisters too. I like Sisters, but I couldn't really get into Sisters. Do you know what's going on with Atlanta and Insecure? I cannot wait for the new season. I can't wait for, you know, Atlanta to come. I don't know if I even want another Insecure, because the last season was really disappointing. The last season of Insecure was disappointing for me. I really didn't like it. I didn't like the way it was going. I didn't like the messages. But I supported the show and I reviewed the show. But I do want Atlanta to come back, because Atlanta, them episodes hit me, yo. Them episodes are like real. Like, I be like, yo, y'all up in my head? Like, what's going on? I want to see Jessica Dime somewhere too, because, you know, she did good on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She did good on Marriage Boot Camp, and I don't know why she ain't on TV, because she, you know, she put her whole life out there. I'm watching you and the PJs. Tia. The last season was a little boring. Insecure, I can't believe this is going to be the last season of Claws and Empire. I've been watching Empire, I'm not gonna lie. I don't review Empire no more, but I've been watching Empire. Empire, when Cookie shot Homeboy in the leg, I was like, Cookie, you are a mess. And what's his name? I think his name is Woody. I've been having a crush on him for like 2 generations now, and he still look good. He is still fine. I'm like, yo, he is still fine. And then Cookie finding out that her sisters did that shit, so it was terrible. And then Andre's character, he's just like crazy. I'm so glad they saved, you know, Andre's fiance, got her up out of there, so they know there's something wrong with Andre, and we don't know what Andre's gonna do. Andre's off his rocker. I don't know why they don't show Hakeem more. I love to see Hakeem dance. I love to see Hakeem rap. I love to see his cockiness. I love to see Hakeem, but I don't know what happened. Like, they just wrote him off so far. Like, I love to see, like, we got him singing a little bit, but I love to see him dance. Like, he has charisma, he has style, he got swag, he's drip, he can move, he can dance, and he's so good at dancing and entertaining. But once you on a show like this, it's hard for you to jumpstart your music career, because you're signed down to contracts, and that's why Puffy didn't want his son to be signed to, you know, to Empire, but his son Quincy ain't really doing nothing else. I think it was Quincy. He should have been on the show, because Quincy was supposed to be Hakeem. They did. They always do. They always kill him off. And they always die off. Every time you turn around, they always die off. People that bring shit to the show, that's why I stopped watching. It just got crazy, but, you know, it pops up on my TV, so then I watch it. But, yeah. They're trying their best this season. And we're going to see if Cookie's going to end up with Lucius Lyon at the end of the day. Or is she going to take him out? Is one of his kids going to take him out? If Lucius survived, that's gonna be crazy. And somebody should take Lucius out. All the shit he did. She should take him out. Me too. I like Hakeem and their relationship, but and I like what's his name? Mario on the show too as well. He got beat up by Andre. Andre whooped his ass, then gave him a car so he can be quiet. Oh wow, Quincy got cancer. I didn't even know. I seen Quincy on Catfish. See, the first season was the best. I was mad when they got rid of Malik. They got rid of Malik. They got rid of so many different people that really played a really good part in the show. The show is going off early because they did not shoot the rest of the season 2 episode come about pretty much. I know Devon, I like him. Devon is he's cool too, but like I catch it every now and then, and I've been watching Shaws of Sunset. I just like, it caught me when RZA was like, you had 10 abortions. I was like, what? And I was like, because I started watching that show, like, I don't know, maybe the 3rd season. And I started watching it again because of that part. And then it was like crazy drama. And then, MJ's husband went to RZA's house. I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are out here wilding for these ratings. Oh, yes, him. He was from, what is his name? Oh, yes, he was awesome. I don't know why they got rid of him. And he was from The Wire. He's from The Wire. And that's what I respect about some of the characters that was on Snowfall, because they're from The Wire. And The Wire was the shit. And then, that dude, that was, I can't even think of his name. That was, this is the other show. Which was, Lucius Lyon's lawyer. He was in The Wire, and he played that custody role so good that it was just crazy. And I don't know, and he got along so good with the characters, his acting, and you believed everything he said. I was like, they got rid of so many good people too as well. It's Woody Harris. He was on The Wire too, so I was like, oh shit. And I've been having a crush on him for a decade now. I wonder if he's gonna get killed. They got rid of that girl that was on Daddy's Little Girl. She was a talent. They got rid of everybody. I don't know why. If they didn't want to pay them no more, I don't know what happened. But I guess it was just their time to go. But the other people don't really, they really had like crazy storylines. Like you was invested in them too, outside of the main characters. And there's really no one to really invest in outside of the main characters now. Because they're really not showing like Mario's, background or anything else like that. So it's not really all that great. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us, so please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. And please know each and every time I drop a video, tell me what's on your mind. She's on Angela Bassett's show now. Yep, she is. They got rid of a lot of good people that had really good storylines and just really, characters that was very innovative, but they did it. Until next time, good night. Sherry McLean is on 911 Lone Star on Fox. Oh, shit, I didn't even know that. Yeah, I'm going to try to get to... Oh, she is. She really is on that show. Oh, wow. And she can sing too. Like, they had mad people with good voices that they just got rid of. Thank you guys so much. Please check out Mike Carter's YouTube channel. Please check out, Tony Norris YouTube channel. Show them some love, my peeps, my peoples. 2 people from The Wire is on Saints and Sinners on Bounce TV. Support Bounce TV. So I don't know. Let me see. Bounce TV. Oh shit. Am I gonna see if I got this channel? I don't know if I have this channel. But definitely nothing but black shows on this channel. Support Bounce TV. They do. There's all a bunch of black shows. They got Wendy Williams, Scandal. I don't really watch The Bernie Mac show. Living Single, and Law and Order, and Joe Brown is all good. And I got Sins and Sinner. 101 was my shit. The Game used to be my shit. Law and Order is my thing. A Different World too. In The Cut, Family Time, Saints and Sinners, Without a Trace, Bounce, Celebrity, Black History. I wonder if it's black owned. I gotta do that. Find out if it is. Thank you guys so much. The real one is not the same, I bet. I think Martin Luther King Jr.'s son started the channel. Oh. It's the Black Network. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to check it out. Let me see what they got popping over there. I'm going to see if I even have the channel. Because, you know, some places you might have it. You might not have it. Thank you guys so much. You guys stay safe. You guys be good. You guys stay healed. You guys stay protected. Protect yourself out here. And basically, you know, we're living differently. But just try to think about the old times. Even when I'm watching like some of these reality TV shows now, you know, especially, you know, Stars of Sunset, they're out chilling, having a good time. I was like, damn, are we ever going to go back to that? And maybe we just might. Maybe we just might. But just stay protected, keep your head up and stay positive and know it that you're going to make it through that storm. We've been through so much. We have done so much. We have made it through so many different times, so many different trials and tribulations. And we have no other choice but to keep fighting, to keep moving, and to keep going and protecting ourselves and our family and keeping our head up. Hope for the best, expect the worst. But in any event, you know, we're going to have to face everything head on. And we're all facing everything head on because a lot of us, you know, got our hours cut. Some of us, you know, lost our jobs. Some of us have, you know, sick family members. Some of us are worried about paying our bills. And when is, you know, they cutting your hours, but so if they cut your hours, you don't get unemployment. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, we really got to strive and we really got to just hold on to faith in ourselves, call on God, call on our ancestors, and basically make a way out of no way like we have and like we've seen our mothers, our sisters, our uncles, and our family members make ways out of no way. And that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to stand tall. We're going to have to stay tough. And we're going to have to help each other and support each other too as well. Even with a nice smile, a nice statement, or just, you know, giving somebody the right of way when you're in the grocery store and when you're driving on the road, because, you know, we're going through some trials and tribulations, and be prepared to, you know, see a lot of people out there in public freak out, a lot of people acting up, because I've been seeing a lot. Some people are losing their minds, but we got our minds. We got our minds. And, you know, as long as you got your mind and as long as you breathing, you can make a change and you can keep yourself safe and you can make a way out of no way, because that's what our ancestors has always done, make ways out of no way. You know, there's been different illness and sicknesses that has affected our ancestors over generation. What do? They come up with remedies, their self, you know, and they get through it, and we will. We have no other choice. So you guys stay blessed. Stay blessed. A college guy is missing up here. Lord have mercy. I hope he's all right. And I was watching a TV show, Missing People, on the ID channel. I started watching the ID channel again, and I started to get nervous. He has been lasting in East Orange. Wow. Lord have mercy. Hopefully that he's protected and he is where he is protected and he is safe and he is all right. Because you never know. Some people escape for a reason. Some people run for a reason. Or some people get snatched for a reason. And some people get hurt. I know. I mean, what is it called? It's a new show on the ID channel that is crazy. It's not, no, there's a new ID show called Missing. I watched that, but there's another show, Fatal Vows. I was going to review one of the episodes because on Fatal Vows, oh my God, it was crazy. Like, oh my goodness. And when I first started my YouTube channel, I used to only review shows on the ID channel because you can check my playlist. I love the ID channel, but then I had to I was up in the ID channel too much. I started thinking everybody was a killer. I was like, yo, you better do that background check. I hope they bring back the ID channel to Comcast. But what you can do is you can watch some of the shows for free when you go into the ID channel's, site. I love the ID channel. I like murder books. For me too. And Unusual Suspect was my show. Unusual Suspect, Homicide Hunter. But you know what really Stalked really blew up, and Lieutenant Joe Kinder, I love him, but it's a New Orleans homicide detective, and I can't even think of his name. And I fell in love with him. Like, I mean, how real and authentic, and how he didn't judge people, and he has 100% rate of solving all his crimes. And I used to review all his shows. I can't think of the name of the show anymore. The name of this guy. And he was like the best police detective I've ever seen on TV in real life, that he actually solved all these cases. He was black. And the family members used to come onto my channel and talk about how they felt about me reviewing the show. And they all liked the review of the show. I used to review all, the murder shows. And then, what is the other one? The Web. There's another show called The Web that was on the ID channel. And I used to have a lot of people that was involved in the case that was on a TV show. I don't know how they found my YouTube channel, found out that I was reviewing the show and shit, and used to hit me up and tell me stuff. And basically they would, they used to say nice things. I don't even see him on the site no more. I mean, he was a famous Louisiana detective. And he was just amazing how he would put everything together. And then his mother was murdered. And his mother was murdered like 30 years ago. And he actually solved his mother's case. And he was so good at it. I don't know. He just had the instinct that was just so crazy. But I don't even see the show up here anymore. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, well. But anyways, good night. Bambi's jealous. Bambi's jealous of light-skinned Keisha. I think Bambi needs a storyline. Because there's no way that she could be that mad with light-skinned Keisha, because light-skinned Keisha stole this person. Like, you married and you got kids. Like, none of that should affect you. But, she's probably still friends with the girl. Who knows? She said she's jealous of light-skinned Keisha. We're going to see. We're gonna. I love that show. I forgot the guy. Lieutenant Joe Kinder. But the other guy, he was a black guy with a bald head. He solved his own mother's crime. And he was just so good. He was just so good. All right, guys. Good night. Peace and love. I forgot the name of the show. Oh, so you know the name of the show. I forgot the name of the show, too. It's called Homicide City. I can't think of his name right now. Detective Dempsey. His name was Dempsey. That was the detective name, was Dempsey. Dempsey or something like that. He was bald head. And I mean, oh my God, I was just like, damn, this dude is just so fucking brilliant. And the littlest things will get him to know who did it. It wasn't like he had any help or crazy evidence. Like, he was old school. Keisha name should be brown skin Keisha. Bambi needs a storyline. Oh yeah, her and Scrap. They put in work over the years. Scrap and Mama D, they put in work. Thank you guys so much. Peace and blessings to you and your family. God bless. Good night.